Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League Lads Season 16 playoff action. It is the
Winter
winners
finals.
bracket
Woo!
finals. We have some very exciting Dota on our, very clearly very exciting Dota on our here, given our reaction in the co-commentator booth. But we have good twink hunting. Winners of Group B on the dire side, playing Royal Andy, who came in as one of the last seeds into the playoffs. They've been on a tear in the playoffs on the Radiant side. My name is Badger, and once again, I am joined by the longtime Royal Andy co-commentator with me. It is former DPC player, future Deadlock pro player, Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salvane 737, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim. How are you tonight, Jim?
I'm pretty good. I'm student of the game, mode disciple of Bang the Fishing Guru, so it's kind of vibes we got going on here.
You
Yo,
got
they're dropping fast, by the way, Badger. Oh my god, I alt tap for 10 seconds and they did like 4 bans in the. Am I crazy? They're going really fast, no?
no, they actually are. I mean, usually my intros are quite long, but not this. I mean, usually not this long. But
No,
you were.
your intro wasn't even. Your intro was probably like towards the shorter average of like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I've gone a
like
lot longer.
yeah. No, I'm like, oh my god, dude, there's still speed. This whole draft is like giga speed run. Oh my god.
And it's one of those,
It feel
they
it.
really are going fast. Yeah, they are going with speed, with haste. One
I
might
will
say.
say Sand King more or less got like Sand King didn't get giga nerf, but Sand King got a small little nerf again, which was I think. Wait, let me okay. Actually, let me go open the patch to make sure because I only just read it like 2 seconds ago. Um,
I heard Earth Spirit got nerfed, but I also didn't read the Earth Spirit section, so I can't verify that one. I want to see Earth Spirit in the patch notes. I just scroll past it. It means nothing to me. I just don't play that hero ever.
yeah, I'm not really an Earth Spirit player, so like I can't really. I'm not really very good at contextualizing what a change actually means for him.
They lowered the mana cost on Anchor Smash by 5. We're back. We're so back.
So it looks like they like nerfed his talents and they like so I don't know how big of a deal the bonus damage against creeps going down is. Maybe it means you can't maybe there was like before you used to be able to roll over the wave and one Q it and it dies, but now it doesn't. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know enough about the hero to contextualize any of these changes.
I
Um
will say these heroes we're seeing drafted are incredibly routine so far. I know me and you were talking precast. Obviously, Keshi Rubik has been the go-to for a lot of season. We mentioned, looking at Fox heroes, Wyvern, Oracle, Venge. You
I
mentioned
think
that
that a win rate with Venge is really insanely high though, no? Pretty sure that like I'm pretty sure they have like a 90 like I swear to God I've seen them pick it like 10 plus times, bro, and I've seen them lose like once. Like I would need to actually check the stats, but I feel like they win with Vengeful Spirit a lot.
I'm gonna look the stats up. Just keep talking. Eventually, by the time you're done talking, I'll have the answer for you. Let's go do some Royal Andy stats checking, shall we?
1 second, I'm looking at Badger Ogre. I like Ogre actually.
All right, they've picked Venge 7 times this season. They are 5-2,
Oh really? Okay.
which is
I
about the win rate of their team normally, which is 68%.
okay. I remember them losing with it one time. I really don't remember the second time though. Either way, it's whatever. Also, like to remind all the fine people of Lads who have tuned in tonight that this is a biased cast. Okay, it doesn't matter that it's Lads winners finals. Okay, we are biased. We are a pro Royal Andy team of casters. So
The funny
yeah,
part is I didn't necessarily realize just how deep this is going to go. I remember when we started the season, it was I was like, we'll treat it similar because look at sports, right? Every single sports team has their own sort of production crew. They have their TV crew. They have, especially with the radio. Every team has their own radio crew, right? Where for a long time I used to listen to the Browns with Jim Donovan. He was their guy every single week. And it's not like, we'll go in there, and obviously, every team's crew is a little biased towards their team, and we're the Royal Andy crew, and next thing we know, they're in winners finals. Like, oh, they're just the best team in lads, so whoops. They're just here. And we're here
yeah.
too. But it does mean though that if Royal Andy
Muerta.
can
Ooh,
can convert.
I'm gonna assume this is Karan's hero. Karan is playing carry for them, right? I'm gonna assume the rules
Uh
are
It's
Um,
been Karan mid, Jock carry all season, so I'm
oh, has
assuming
it?
yeah, it has
I didn't.
been.
I didn't realize. I thought I was playing mid. My bad.
Yeah, he's been playing again. John's been playing carry in lads for the
Oh, I
last like three or
wonder.
four seasons.
I wonder if it's the carry Void Spirit.
It is still a flex, of course. I mean, Void Spirit traditionally a middle lane hero, but I know. Can we leak it now that it's probably carry Void Spirit, or is that still
Yeah, yeah,
confidential?
yeah. It's time, Badger. It's time. I mean, they already picked it, bro. Like, what's the enemy team? Like, the enemy team's watching this on delay as well, even if they wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, let's say they wanted to stream snipe, like, they can't really like.
But they have enough reserve time. They could actually use all their reserve time to stream snipe our draft analysis.
I guess so. I don't think that's happening, but theoretically, yes,
That's
Badger.
also not a very reliable strategy. Imagine, tuning in. Like, obviously sometimes we get a little bit off topic during the draft. Imagine trying to snipe your draft analysis. I'm talking about, I don't know, like Baja Blast in like RuneScape leagues. Like, crap. What have we wasted our time on? Which I mean, we have gone off topic before. We're going off topic right now, technically. But if it is carry Void Spirit, though, break it down for me, Jim.
Um. Okay, guys. Void Spirit. He can farm really fast, and he does a lot. His ultimate makes him do a lot of his. He makes him do a lot of physical damage very, very quickly. I don't know. It's kind of just like magical Void Spirit, except a little more late game focus, I'd say. Like it's not quite like you're playing Void Spirit. Like if you go like Battle Fury like Daedalus and Void Spirit, you need a lot of build up time. It doesn't matter that you're Void Spirit. You know what I mean? It's not like you're playing Void Spirit mid and you have like I don't know, a vessel or a blade mail or a mage slayer or whatever like 2K item, and then you walk around and gank people for like 5 minutes while you like farm in between, right?
Yeah.
It's just a very different play style. I genuinely think it's like actually like one of the more like one of Andy's like off meta picks that is like actually like a lot better than people think it is. Um,
We have a
yeah.
classic Reed Brewmaster. It's funny that I haven't really seen Reed play too much Brewmaster in the offlane role. But obviously, if you know your lad's history, this guy plays a really sick 4 support
Well,
Brewmaster, so his
didn't
micro skills are there.
didn't when this season started, it was not right after Brewmaster got like giga nerfed. Like he was like super, but like it was after they like guttered him after he was like the best hero in the game for like 10 years. Or no, is my timetable wrong?
Listen, the thing I want to say about Brewmaster is very similar to what I say about Earth Spirit. I just don't read the power of the patch notes.
That's fair.
It just glazes
I
over
do
me.
read the Brewmaster parts usually because like if your master is good, I want to know because I don't pick plus fives that get absolutely eaten by it. I hate playing as brewmaster. I think it's like it's so annoying because when someone is really good at brewmaster, bro, a lot of times they're just like you're just getting fucking slaughtered on the support role. He is Brewmaster is one of the strongest like anti-support heroes in the game. He has multiple different ways to like catch them and fuck with their like defense, like because a lot of supports against the offlaner
Yeah.
badger. What do you want to buy if you don't want to get dove? A glimmer cape, right? He dispels that, immediately purges the entire minute a debuff on like or shield on you, like
Mm-hmm.
with the thing. Um, yeah, it's just Brewmaster own supports. I hate that hero, or playing against it, I should say. Having it on your team is awesome.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely certain subs don't have a good time. Obviously, it requires good micro on
Actually,
the Brewmaster
Brewmaster
player,
sounds
but
really good against Muerta Badger. Did they also pick Ember into it? The lift is really useful against both of these heroes. The lift and the yeah.
oh, as a heads up, there is going to be a sizable portion of all chat. It is friendly in nature, and for those who don't know your lore, Breezy R, of course, longtime confidant friend of numerous players in the Dire team, has played with Karan on probably 6 different seasons worth of teams. Played with I think probably all the players in this team, other than maybe Buffles. So it's
I
there's
think
a lot of
Keshi.
history
I
there.
I think Keshi and Reed are friends with Kuran as well. I think overall it's like these teams are like pretty. I don't know. I think they're pretty chill with each other. Although we'll see Badger. We've casted many lads games with a lot of times where I'm not happy with the lead lads all chat. You know.
It's one of those things where in
It
an
would not.
ideal
It would not
world,
surprise. It wouldn't surprise me that much if that if this game goes that way. But you never know.
it's one of those we're past we're past the plane of resistance there. There's no stopping it anymore.
Oh yeah, I know.
Ever since OG won TI the first time, it's over. There's no chance to go back anymore. If the best team in the world is gonna have that level of banners, then you can't. It's gonna trickle down very very precipitously.
Yeah, yeah.
We have not gone back since, and it's been what, 6 years? It's only gotten worse.
Yep. Oh, Tinker. It's the
Oh,
I called this. I called this. I
you
called
did,
this.
you did.
Guys, this
Did,
is
wait, did,
Breezy our Tinker mid.
did you call it on stream or only privately with me?
No, no, only private. Like, cause we haven't talked about
Oh,
this.
because we were talking about this literally
I
a
was saying
couple
that
hours
Breezy
ago.
was gonna
Yeah.
play like prior to the cast, cause I was playing unranked last night with Fox, Breezy R, Reed, and they played it, and yeah, it was. Yeah, it went well when they tried it in unranked. I'm pretty sure Reed and Fox both seem to like playing with it. I don't know. Yeah, hmm.
I'm a little bit scared. Perhaps it's a little bit too
I do think
avant
they actually,
garde, but
I do think they actually have pretty good heroes at reaching Tinker. So I think it's really important that I think it's important that like I think that Tinker is really hard to interact with the Vengeful Spirit on your team once you get to like later on in the game, and they have a lot of stats and their E is maxed out and they're, you know what I mean. But Tinker for I'd say like the first like 20 minutes of this game is probably in some danger. But I like it here a lot in that they have two really good other like engage heroes and like teamfight heroes like Void Spirit and Brewmaster. It's really easy for his other teammates to initiate fights and then the Tinker defends them. Although honestly, I like this last pick, Weaver from. Although wait, that means it's more to support.
yeah.
Okay, I don't actually dislike Mert to support, but like I'm gonna be honest, most people cannot like play the hero well enough to play it support. Like, because if you're playing it support, you actually have to land your spells like all the time, or you're really useless.
Hmm.
So I I don't know the Jimmy guy, but I'm assuming he's not like crazy high anymore. Like I don't know, he might own a Muerta, but just in general, like I think Muerta as a support, even when it is strong, is like pretty hard to leverage. Like you have two of the more wacky like skill shot spells in Dota 2. Um, so I'm honestly pretty interested to see how the Muerta does, because I think Muerta support can be really useless, or I think it can be like the most owned share in the game. Like Bachelor, theoretically, Muerta support can like with like just like Brown Boots Atos can like chain silence / stun Tinker for like 8 seconds, and he won't be able to Keen Conveyance out. Um, yeah.
Thank you for that one. If you are just
It
joining
started.
us,
Oh,
welcome to game number
fucking
one
bots.
of the Legal Ads Winners Bracket Finals. We, of course, have Royal Andy playing the Radiant side, Good Twink Hunting, GTH on the Dire side. My name is Badger, once again joined by Jim. I will say, Dire team were very shocked that there's a Breezy R Tinker. It's certainly not sort of, if you do have these Breezy R heroes, it's often these heroes that go in the middle, Earth Spirits, Puck, Primal Beast sort of heroes. He's playing Tinker, which is not like a Quran in particular.
I will say also,
Longtime confidant, was very surprised
I'm
about that
pretty
one.
curious to see how this because Reed historically I'd say is one of the more like signature brew players and lads, and I'd say probably one of the better brewmaster players and lads. But I haven't seen him play in a long time. I'm actually really curious how it goes. Batcher, what do you think? You think Reed's going his like old school 1v9 brewmaster, or it's gonna be a little more muted? Because I feel like Reed used to really smurf with this here. I think I used to always ban it against their teams if I remember.
I think he probably has to have tanky items, just given his Tinker Void Spirit on his team. Picking a Reed, he's going to take some damage right here, right now. Jamie hits the Q into the burrow from Buffles. That will be our first blood going to Karan on the mid Ember Spirit. The ideal target to give it to will secure the first blood.
Yeah, you actually really probably don't want to give that to Ember, because I do imagine this is gonna be a pretty well, Tinker is really good against melee heroes, but Ember Spirit also can max slide and be really annoying. I'm kind of curious to see how this mid lane goes. Yeah. So far, also a good start for the Muerta support. So I have a little more faith in the Dire draft if the Muerta support is hitting their spells with a very high consistency.
So far, I've only seen one spell cast, but the one spell was hit, so, you know, that's 100%. I mean, only... I guess we can only go down, technically, but... It's a good place to start. Alright, what lane do you think is going to be interesting? It's probably bottom lane for me, because this Void Spirit carry is... It's unorthodox. You just don't see it very often.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I don't know how much each lane should win by, but I think in general these are actually all like pretty close lanes. I think the Sanking Muerta lane could really pop off before they have level 6 on Void Spirit and Venge. But I think after they have level 6, it's actually going to be not so great for them on Dire. I think they can get really easily one-shot.
Dude, Breed's Yard just rolled really bad RNG on uphill miss. It's just, that's one thing about playing mid. You play these range heroes, the uphill miss. This is the most tragic thing in the world. It feels
Wait, how
so
is...
bad.
Oh, I see. Oh. Even though Ember Spirit got first blood, they actually have 3 denies in the Tinker, so it's actually... Tinker's actually having kind of a chill start.
It's laser. It's laser for you. I mean, look at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
ability.
it
It's 100% blind rate. What could you possibly do, right?
Yeah. I think the Weaver lane should actually like win. I think they need to try to actually win this lane, which yeah, I think they could definitely do it. But so far they're not off to a great start top. This is actually probably the thing that I would be most worried about if I was Dire. They have like 1 deny and like this wave's gonna get eaten by the hard camp maybe. Oh, but they might kill Rubik.
Yeah, they're going in right
He has an
here,
8 stick,
right
he has an
now.
8 stick, he's fine.
Yeah, you're right. He has 8, actually 9 stick now for being technical. Surely Keshi just lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to live.
Doesn't even use the stick.
You almost
Oh,
want
look bottom,
to
look
die,
bottom, look bottom.
Look bottom. I'll look bottom and D. We're gonna see first blood right here, right now. Down goes the Void Spirit. I almost missed that one. Looking at the top
Imagine
lane.
that wasn't...
Back to top lane though. It's Keshi who goes down as well. Ja might be a counter kill. One more comes in for a read. It's now a counter kill. So it ends up being a 3 for, or correction, a 2 for 1 across the map. 2 kills.
Yeah.
1 for 1 in the top
Definitely,
lane, 1 in the bottom lane.
definitely a good start for Dire largely. I will say that Brewmaster actually got solo XP on that kill, and there's like an insane wave coming into him that he's gonna
Good
take
combination
solo.
bottom lane. Benched on into the Aether or Remnant. It's now a dead Jamie Muerta. We see Keshi rotating forward, but with the burr away from Buffles, there is no kill. Well, no second kill, I should say.
Yeah. They could try to redo this gank attempt if they wanted, honestly. Although Keshi looks like they're running mid to get gank, which is... Or just play for runes, maybe? Yeah, they might just play for 4-minute runes, which I like.
They're gonna dive Reed top lane though, it's not a problem.
Oh.
There's nothing to kill the wave right here, right now. This is gonna run down the Brewmaster. And the kill goes to the Magi. It's not ideal, but obviously better on the Weaver, but a kill is a kill.
I honestly...
Meanwhile, bot lane, they're going on Jamie again. They cannot kill the Muerta.
I really wish I had replay review Badger. I want to see what happened top lane.
Like just now.
Yeah.
They just ran a Brewmaster and eventually died.
Yeah, but like from like was he trying to like I want to see like exactly how it happened because he looked like he died really fast, which makes me think that he was like
it was very
trying...
slow.
Oh,
He literally just got run down for like 12 different seconds. It took a while, but they eventually killed him.
Shit.
Because he was trying to farm the wave, like maybe.
Well, it didn't look like any of the creeps died to the tower, which is why I thought that like.
Okay, the Equilibrium. If you're looking top lane right now, Jim, the Equilibrium's like around here. Dire killed the wave with Shikuchi, I think, and then they went under the tower and they killed him.
Oh wait, did he have? So did he? Okay, don't worry about it. It's not like a big thing. I just want to. Don't worry about it, Badger. Yeah. Otherwise, lanes have kind of chilled out a bit. They were pretty hectic at the start. Oh, maybe they're done. They're done being chill though.
I mean, they're looking bottom lane in our 2v2 fight. It's also done our 2v2 fight top lane, but it seems like nobody's actually going to die. Looking over at the hero net worth though, it's actually relatively even from the Ember down to the Tinker. It's only a 4-order gap between all 3 scores right now.
Yeah. Ember has no points in Flame Guard. I don't know if I like this. I think Ember might just die really fast when he goes to gank other lanes without any points in E. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but they have a lot of like magical bursts on both side lanes, like a lot, or just like a lot of bursts in general. Not quite as much with the Brewmaster Rubik lane, but they're still a little there. And when they ulti, he just owns them.
Real scared for Andy right now. They want to go on Andy again. They've been constantly playing up placing the calling on the floor and trying to kill the Void Spirit. And
Oh, they're looking top.
well, speaking of diving, top lane they'll dive the Rubik. Rubik pops the magic wand, heals up to, well, enough HP not to die, but the dive continues. Shukuchi forward comes through from Ja. Lift will bring the Weaver a little bit further away.
Oh, I think Weaver might die
Ja
to this.
will hit the swarm on Rubik. He tanks it, then this will end up going down the trade. Will be for the Rubik now. Agile's fighting the 1v2. But he's playing Ogre Magi, so he's got a billion armor and a
That was a
billion
really
HP.
nice TP from Fox. Although it ended up just being a 1-for-1 trade. Weaver didn't get any of the XP on that kill. And didn't get kill credit, so that was actually that went pretty well for a Radiant. They don't quite have the strength to like pressure Void Spirit hard enough.
Agile went for the Wisdom Rune, realized it wasn't going to work, got caught, tried to TP away and died. Meanwhile, bot lane, they're diving Andy Bendy. So to simulate to the southwest, Keshi backs him up, so it will be one Wisdom Rune to both teams. We're now at 5-4 kill score.
Oh, Breezy starting to farm stacks. Ember, look. I don't know if Ember can actually fight the Tinker at all because they don't have any points in E. I don't know. I'm actually pretty curious. Tries to steal some of the stacks. Doesn't quite pan out.
You got two Vastus. That's not terrible.
That's not terrible. You got like 2 out of 6 possible, right? So he stole away a little. It's not bad. I'd say more notably, he got to share all the XP for the stacks too. So went pretty well for him. And he gets to set up for 8-minute rune better. Not that Tinker is really a hero who wants to walk into the river and contest it though, so it's kind of a moot point.
He's gonna think about it. Ember walks forward. Tinker has an illusion backing him up, but he goes to Karan anyways. Right. Meanwhile, bot lane, we see Jay being gone on. Andy secures the kill. They can walk in at Buffles now in the 3v1. Problem is he's playing Sand King in the Bracer, so he's pretty tanky. It's the legendary Bracer tech. You just buy it. Gives you some HP.
Yeah. So far the support rotations from both Fox and Keshi have been rather good this game, I think.
Well, top lane, they want to go in for Reed. Reed is baiting with the split, perhaps. Maybe. Maybe not. Meanwhile, bot lane, Andy is just in the Sandstorm. Seems like top lane will be the name of the game, though. There's 4 Royal Andy heroes congregated up. Never mind, only 3 heroes there, but... And surely something's going to happen top lane pretty soon. Surely.
What, Cat 1?
What's Cat 1 up to tonight? Hold that thought, though, Cat 1. Because Keshi's being gone on. Jaws forces the time lapse. Remnant comes in from Karan. Keshi will lift us on the Ogre and the Ember. Ember barely could not kill the Rubik, and that split comes out for Reed. They'll look towards Agile. Agile tanks the Vengeshun. Meanwhile, bot lane see Andy Bendy on the run from the SK and the Muerta. But with the, I guess the walk away play, the Void Spirit is fine.
Yeah. I do. So initially, I was talking about during the draft how I think like Muerta is like gonna be a really strong late game hero, but now this like they ended up having a Weaver pause 1, and it's not like Weaver's poor, but Weaver really doesn't want to be not poor at the end of lane. He wants to be like doing pretty decent. And he also has a Falcon Blade, a wand treads, which I don't really mind this, but he's not going for a Maelstrom. If he actually commits to buying this Dragonlance, no Maelstrom, he's gonna farm really slowly, Badger. He's gonna have to fight. Like there's not an he can't like you can't go this build on Weaver and then just sit in your lane and farm. Like you actually like actively have to try to fight people a lot. So I'm pretty curious to see if he ends up going the Dragonlance, and if he does, if he's gonna actually like leverage it to make money out of it, or if it's just gonna be a very poor Weaver at minute 20, 25.
And then on the flip side, we see Andy literally buying a Beef Fury in the Void Spirit, so he's ready to go for the farm. He is very, very willing to.
Yo, look at all. Wait, Dire has 5 wards out right now. That's crazy.
And they've been holding them on up, and they've got them all on the floor. Meanwhile,
yeah, you don't want to place 5 at once. Or 6. Do they have 6 up? Wait a second.
One of their 6 wards spots out the entire Radiant team. Problem is, he'll just Epi anyways. He's lifted up by Cash. He tossed back into the Roshan pit. Roshan bashes Sand King. Unlucky for
That's actually
Buffles.
really sad.
Laser, Venge Missile, secures the kill. And, well, apparently more wards are needed. One more bottom lane. We have 1 here and 1 here. We can put a 3rd one over here, maybe, and that gives better vision on that situation.
Reed's in a little bit of a spooky spot, getting collapsed on by Ember, although Tinker is coming to defend them.
Here we go. They'll dive. Laser saves for 4 now. Remnant misses, and now Fox has the swap. Good team play from Royal Andy Jaw. Has time lapse, he'll save it for now. Ember begins to walk away with the Arcane Rune. He'll Sleight of Fist on forward once again. Keshi steals Sleight of Fist. He'll actually dodge the Ignite by the Sleight of Fist. Sleight Chains hit Rubik. In comes Jamie. He'll fear away the Rubik. Rubik goes down, but that's what comes out from Reed. Karan is tanking an Revenge Missile into the step in by Andy. Step forward once again further, and now brings down the Ember. Now 1-for-1 trade. Ogre Magi perhaps is a new target as Brewmaster Lift finds the Muerta. Muerta is Void Spirit dragged on towards the Radiant team. They still cannot kill the Muerta. Brewmaster still incredibly low. Ja stands his ground. He's going to time lapse just in time. Jamie now dies to
Froggy 2 Demon Dog.
Froggy 2 Demon Dog and the Bendy. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and I believe that fight is now over.
Yeah. I really hope that Jaw.
We stepping in anyways into the Remnant. They're committing for a kill on anybody they can get right now. Ogre and Weaver are both quite low, but neither are going to die. Assimilates will be used to escape the Sleight Chains forward by Karan. Gets the Void Spirit. Void Spirit gets off the way by Fox. Fox will not get stunned thanks to Agile hitting a creep with the stun instead. Now Ja with Shikuchi forward. Brewmaster is very low on the HP. He'll Thunderclap. Ember is taunted on forward, but Shikuchi again forward by Ja. Ja's incredibly low, and Ja will barely end up going down. And now this point's on our 1-for-1 trade. Agile dies to the laser,
wow.
move to the Ember. Ember tanks. He has no remnants on glue for 5 more seconds. So it's against a triple kill anyways. Triple kill for Karan, and now Breezy R inside his march. But there's nothing he can do. Buffalochi is running forward. Breezy R. Well, his TP canceled by Jamie. They'll dive the Tinker. They'll surely bring him down. He'll try to laser, but he's angry. He knows he has lost the fight. That's 4 kills for Karan. No ultra kill, but it's a massive win for good Twink hunting.
Yeah. Really well played by Dire to capitalize on Radiant just fighting for too long. I think Radiant needs to be like, hey guys, we have a Brewmaster going Radiance. Like, we can't fight without his ult, and they need to like. Andy is going Battle Fury. He can't really just like he can't really like fight people. Like, it's not a good investment of his time. He needs to actually like finish his Battle Fury and like hit creeps with it.
I agree.
He can also, I mean, he can fight when he has like double charges or something, but after that he really has to find somewhere safe to hit creeps. Void Spirit not the fastest jungler early on, so you definitely want to be making as much money as you can early and get to some actual items. Reed actually is gonna have this Radiance on a really nice pace.
It turns out Reed, he was
Oh,
the
they
carry
see his
after
Crow, though.
all. Wait.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
they did
they
not
didn't
kill
hit
the
it.
Crow. We're good. We're good. Only problem is they end up seeing Avenge Spirits. Sleight Chains are there. Into Ogre Magi. Stun. Venge will end up actually getting a huge wand off. Breezy R backs up the Venge Spirit. She'll end up losing for the time being. And now Breezy once again is using the march. Step in comes in from Bendy. Bendy, they'll bring down the Ogre Magi eventually. Meanwhile, we see Reed interacting with the Muerta. Muerta has the calling. She'll attempt to pig pull away, but Jay Doll is in a lot of danger right now. Reed certainly wants this kill. Where's the... Oh, there's no split used. Instead, it's this Keshi dying bottom lane to the Weaver in the 1v1.
Keshi was actually really close to turning it on the Weaver, but not quite there. But I actually, you know, I appreciated the attempt. It was a good try. He went for it.
And
got
yeah,
some
you just
Tinker.
have to do that sometimes. You just have to go for the play. Especially when you're
Yeah.
playing sup. If you can see a big outplay, you can go for it sometimes.
I will say, good on the Weaver to buy some fighting items and actually like go push a lane, take the tower, and fight the hero. So well played by Jaw. I still don't really like the no Maelstrom, but I mean, like so far they're using the Dragonlance first item effectively.
And he's doubling down. After the D-Lance, he's going into a Desolator, so it's very much a sort of stats and damage build. He's not thinking about, say, the farm. Because you want to know what gives you gold, Jim? Killing heroes and killing structures.
You also get gold passively over time. If the passive gold, don't forget that.
This is true. Every little bit counts.
Yep. You could get a Philistone and get gold from that too.
I'm sure that's definitely what Jaw's gonna do. You'll get a Philistone.
You can also get gold from player summons after you kill them, like if they summon skeletons on Wraith King.
I don't think you
Now-
do that in this,
now we're-
this
now we're
particular
just-
game. Though. I don't think you can in this particular game,
No,
Jim.
I was having fun with it, Badger. I was fun with it.
Do the Brewlings actually give gold when they die, or no? I don't think they do,
I
right?
don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Only if you kill all of them, Badger, but then that's what you're killing
That's
the
a
hero.
kill though. That's classified as a kill once the 4th Brewling dies.
So far, Dire has a nice little lead, but I do think they're the ones who have to push the pace of the game a bit. I just think Radiance late game is gonna be crazy. I think this mid Tinker hero like can go super insanely hard once they get some items, and they also have Void Spirit. The Void Spirit carry thing late game is insane, Badger. Especially once you get to 25, and Andy loves playing for level 25 as we've seen. The 140% Astral Step crit does just a disgusting amount of damage with right click Void Spirit. It's really strong, Badger. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to believe you, and hopefully, for our sake, we end up seeing it. So, how many
What I want
deaths?
to know is,
Oh,
oh,
sorry, you're saying?
what was I gonna say? I want to know what Reed's gonna buy next. I think that Reed should buy a. Oh, okay, Reed's gaming today. Reed's here to game.
He's buying a pipe. You know, classic Reed would not have bought a pipe here, but this is a modern
Yeah,
Reed. He's here to win.
like you see
Problem.
Sand King on the enemy team, you buy pipe.
Wait, is Reed pulling an inverse wave fury right now? He's just
Yes, he is.
very
God,
cool.
inverse wave theorem will never die. It's the truest law in all of Dota 2.
He just dodged the
No,
gank
to
by
go to the
going
next wave. Go
behind
to
the
the
enemy.
next wave. Reed,
Oh,
no, Reed was so
he literally
close.
dodged the gank by going behind the enemy gank, which is amazing.
Yeah.
He's walking into it
Oh, they might
anyways.
be fighting
He's
now.
got split ready to go. Breezy R gets stumped with Ogre Magi, but in come the cavalry. It's a split situation right now for the Dire side. At this point, we see Cyclone used on Sand King. Fox stuns the Ember. Ember is fine for the time being. Meanwhile, I think Ogre just TP back to the fountain. So it's full-on retreat time. Jamie, J Dollar, J Money certainly will end up dying. He'll use Salty, but the Fox swap will get the last hit. Over to Sand King. He'll burrow to the north side. It's under a Radiant Observer ward. He'll pop the app. He cancel. Never mind. It's canceled from Kesh. He'll cancel that one. Now Ember's once again in the middle with two more heroes chained on up. He's remnanting on forward. It's now stolen by Keshi for what it's worth. He'll retreat to his top tower, but in comes Keshi remnanting forward. Sight chains hits two, but now it's a Fox stun. Agile will attempt to back up the Ember. Ember's 130 HP. John now arrives. Overstun hits the Venge Spirit. Venge Spirit will end up going down now a 2-for-1 trade. Keshi will be saved
Oh,
by
they're really.
Breezy R. Laser
He got
damage
a
comes through. Keshi goes up to John anyways. They'll move to Agile. Agile is about 1/4 HP. He'll get run on down under the tower. Ember barely keeps away now. A 3-for-2 trade. Jamie respawns into the fight. I think they know he's there. They don't know exactly where he is. Remnants returns Ember to the team fight. Brewmaster's half HP split still on cooldown for a very long time. Swarm ends up splitting the wickets. Reed once again runs on forward. Where to those still 1/3 HP. Buffles respawns into my Burrow is off the mark. A little bit short, a little bit insufficient, but they'll still chase the Brewmaster, who has 4 stick charges. Fox now respawns. He'll stun the Weaver. Can they kill him? No, they cannot. But
Andy might
Jamie
get
will
him.
buy the
Oh,
Andy
this
Bendy.
is.
Now it's an Epi Burrow. They're on to Rubik. Tanks all the damage. And now they'll steal the Burrow on Keshi. He'll lose his life, but it could be worth it. They'll head to Sand King, who's half HP. He's trying to heal by the Bloodstone, but he's dropping on down. The Burrow on 3. Once again, where's the follow-up damage? It's simply not there right now. There's the Ignite. Once again, respawning Ogre Magi into the fight. Buffles, Fox, they're all dead. Reed's still fighting. He's low on the HP, but he's doing so much damage. Weaver's incredibly low right now. Weaver ends up going down, but it's a trade. Karan is collating things up. He'll head to Reed. Reed ends up falling. Triple kill for Karan. The trade is for Agile. Everybody's dead right now. And for the second time in this game, Karan has a triple kill on Ember
Was
Spirits.
was that a delayed 5-for-4? Is that what happened?
I think, I think it was actually more than that.
Was it like 6-for-5 or something? Like, dude, I want the death for the fight recap. Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't
oh,
count.
okay.
It doesn't count all the deaths. It's missing deaths, sir.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, well,
It's a lot. It's a lot for a lot, Jim.
yeah, it's a lot for a lot. Which, I mean, okay, all I know is that the gold is even after this. So if I'm, Dire needs to finish this blink on Sand King and make a big play and like take an Aegis or something. Like, you cannot play like, I think Radiant has like 3 like really strong scaling cores, and Dire has a Weaver with no Maelstrom. I will say Weaver actually does farm decently fast with Deso Shard once he buys the Shard, but it's still like I don't know. Weaver's probably my second most played carry here, like next to Morphling of games I have carry on, and like Weaver just never wants to be playing from an even position. Weaver wants to have a strong lane, and then he wants to farm aggressively in the enemy territory and like take kills opportunistically. Usually, like Weaver just does not want to be playing on even playing field, especially against a hero like Void Spirit, where in one stun, if Andy jumps on him, like they get out, I don't know, one Venge Q, and Andy jumps on him, puts that like does the full combo, he's just gonna die. And Dire does not really have any defensive items. There's one Pavise on Ogre. Ogre doesn't even have a shard, I think. Does he?
He got it from the
Oh,
tormentor.
he actually. Okay. That's actually really good then. Um, but still, there's just not a lot of defensive items. Like, um, Ember Spirit has Mage Slayer, Maelstrom. Like, there's no BKB in sight. The Saint King was going Blink, but it's not like they have like the defensive items are kind of low on Dire's end. And I think if they don't pull away with like a real big size lead, it's gonna only get harder and harder. Like that last team fight was without Brewmaster Pipe, and the Pipe's gonna be really strong. And eventually Venge is gonna get Ags and like 1v9 smurf the game. And I mean, Keshi's like hard chillin'. He has Solar Crest now. Yeah. So overall, pretty close game. But I do think Dire needs to push the pace, and if they don't push the pace and get a bigger advantage, I think it's gonna be a really hard late game.
It's one of those times in Dota where when the burden execution is on you, it makes your job hard. Obviously, you know, if you're like Prime, Team Spirit, Prime, Team Liquid, whatever, you can execute. But for the average Dota team at any level, it's hard to just execute. It really is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tormentors, Radiance kill their own. It will be
I will say
Fox
they
gets the
also
free
have
Tormentor shard.
they have like pretty hard heroes to gank on Radiant. Like two of their cores are really hard to gank. Being Void Spirit is extremely mobile and relatively tanky. But Void Spirit is just if he ever gets out of stun, he's instantly like off your screen. If he has cooldowns. And Brewmaster is I mean, if you do, like Brewmaster has it's Brewmaster with auras and split, right? Like, and
Yeah.
he'll have a pipe in the next minute. So yeah, very hard to gank. Uh, Tinker right now is I think that Dire really want to get kills on Tinker because right now he's actually I think still pretty gankable, but it's gonna quickly that's the ease of killing him is gonna quickly go down. I think.
The funny part is, you know, people they've been saying feed ER. He's only died once on Tinker. It's minute 23. When's the
Yo,
last time Breeze ER
I'm really
only died once
surprised
in
that there
minute
hasn't been
23?
more all chat this game. When I saw the like the lobby chat, and they were just like yapping, I was like, oh my god, another fucking game of Legal Ads all chat. You know what I mean? Because as you know, Badger, I'm not a fan of the all chat and Legal Ads. All right, but
Hold
you know
that
what?
thought, Jim, because
No
we're
one's typing
fighting.
anything.
Never mind. I
I'm
think if
glad,
Breeze
bro.
ER
I'm
was
glad.
dying more, there'd be more all chat. But because
Oh,
he's not
maybe.
dying.
Yeah. Or if either Keshi or Breezy were like 0-10 right now or something, then there'd be some yapping. But
Diving mid lane anyways. I mentioned earlier, but we actually are. Never mind, everyone's fine.
it does look like this tower will go down. So. I don't really think Dire losing this is honestly the biggest deal for them. I do still think that they should look to do battle. Oh, I think Weaver needs to buy a BK. Like I don't think Weaver. I think if Weaver makes an MKB right now, they're just praying to God that Radiant doesn't click on him and notice that he has like no actual defensive items, with very little save potential on his team from supports, outside of Fire Shield and Solar Crest.
I mean, Devil's Advocate, they haven't really done that great of a job of focusing in the team fights anyways, but despite that, he still died 4 times, so maybe it's... Maybe he's relying on his own ability to outplay and outmaneuver, but that's easier said than done. Mid lane, they're gonna go in for Andy Bendy. Andy Bendy will Manta and step away. John,
Oh, I'm really glad that Andy is going back for the Ags, by the way. This is a really good game for it. This is a really good decision by Andy.
Especially
wasn't
when,
even...
especially when no BKB on Ember,
Yeah.
no BKB on Weaver, it's just so valuable.
Oh no, bro, what is... Dude, no. Ember might be 9-1, but I think that if you buy Scotty, he's like Giga. Like I don't like why.
Alright,
I get the anti-healing, but also
yeah.
like isn't like Scotty is like way better against ranged heroes that like are trying to fight you like Luna and stuff like by 20. Yeah, so like I don't know. I don't like this. I think like a BKB would be better. I think like I think most options would just be better than Scotty. No flame, but I'm not a fan.
I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, he's going for the stat items. You know, BKB, they keep nerfing BKB. Maybe no one wants to buy BKB anymore, but, you know, it's still BKB.
I'm thinking, like, so who is this most useful against? Probably the Tinker. But I think just having a BKB and then buying more damage would just be more useful, honestly.
Oh, wait.
Like,
there comes a split from Reed. They tried to kill him, but, well, you mentioned it. He's incredibly tanky.
yeah.
And for his effort, Agile will die, but his cores are on the run. Reed is looking for Karan, actually. He's hunting with the Storm Panda. He's got 5 seconds. I don't think he'll find him, though. He will not.
I think Fox has been playing really well this game, but one thing is I actually kind of wish in a really slow-paced game like this where they don't like Radiant still hasn't lost a single tier 2 tower and they have their fort up. I really hope that Fox doesn't make Glimmer Cape. They just go straight for the Ags. Like this
Mhm.
game's pace is so slow right now. There's 0 Roshans taken at 26 minutes. Radiant hasn't lost a single tier 2 tower. They still have fort. I think Fox could totally get away with not buying anything for their team for a little bit, buying the Ags, and then becoming the strongest hero on their team. Like they already have their shard too, so yeah. A lot of times I think like it's good when Fox is buying the glimmer and stuff early, but I think like I think this game they should really go Ags right now, to be honest. Oh,
It's
Andy
got to
misses
be a
the
player
Q.
thing. This has got to be a player thing. I know if I was playing Venge in this game, I would be just
But
buying
Badger,
Axe right away.
you're a disciple. You're a disciple of my
Oh yeah,
style of
I am.
Venge,
I think you're correct
which
though. I think you're just outright
yeah.
correct about that.
No, but I do like okay, mostly because I think that way of playing Venge was actually just correct before they kept buffing like a lot of the support utility items like Pavise and stuff. So I actually am more okay with it nowadays when people. But like, I mean, to be clear, personally, I always rush the Ags, right? I'm there to play Venge with Ags. Okay, that's if I pick Venge, that's what I'm there to do.
Hmm.
But I do think specifically this game, it actually just would be a mistake to make the Glimmer first. It's not a game losing type thing, but not the biggest fan. Well, the Fox has been playing really well, so they might just ignore my words and get Smurf regardless. So only time will tell better.
By the way, it is time to kill Roshan. It's on the top side. It's a bit of a late Roshan compared to usual. Radiant, I believe, are aware via the scan, but I don't
I
think they're
really
gonna be
hope they
there in
give this to
time.
Ember. By the way, I think since Ember is going, like, I think that since they don't have a BKB or I don't like this.
Well, it's going to Weaver, and now we see
Oh,
Reed
Reed
in the
is
middle
in
of
trouble.
everything. He's silenced by the call. He's a problem right now. He'll try to pipe up. Can he get anything off in time? He's feared again. He's rooted on up.
Oh,
No split.
oh, he had Craggy Code active Badger. I think he could have totally lived there if he had used it at the start. You know what I mean? Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunate.
I think if he walked a little differently, he probably would have been able to ulti too. But either way, honestly, the kill on Reed is just kind of gravy on top. They get the Aegis, which is pretty nice. I don't like it on the Weaver though, because it's not like Weaver wants to start the fight. I think Ember and Sand King are your heroes who want to go in first. Your Sand King has like good self protection and BKB and Bloodstone, but your Ember has 0 self protection except for Mage Slayer, which is not that impactful at 30 minutes in the game in terms of protecting you from being chain stunned in one bang by Void Spirit. Void
I mean,
Spirit getting the Ags now is gonna. I I think Void Spirit with this Ags, I think this Ember actually can die extremely easily. All it takes is like Andy jumping on him, silencing him, like one stun from Fox. I think he's just dead, right? Like he doesn't have enough armor for that.
I mean, Devil's Advocate, same is true with the Weaver, right? He's got no BKB, no Manta. He's
No,
got
no, but
relatively low HP as
but like
well.
Ember kind of has to go in at the start. Like Ember is not like Weaver where he can like go invis and like hide around the backlines. Like you know what like that's kind of why I think it's worse for the Weaver because he can choose to join the fight late from really weird angles off invis and haze it. Oh,
Well,
this
that
is
is
just
our
a dead
axe
Muerta,
reveal
right?
on Void Spirit. It is indeed a Dead Muerta, as you mentioned. Ooh, smoke as well for a nice little free support kill. And now look to bring on that mid T2 tower.
But look at how strong the Tinker is defensively when you get to late game, Badger. You have a 1.25 second time to rearm. You can put your E on like everyone. Um, at 20 you can take either talent and it's really good. I don't know, just the late game Tinker mid with the utility, like with the half damage, half utility build is so strong in my opinion. Or I think it's at least the strongest version of Tinker.
Oh, we're gonna
I
fight
think
it
it's better the other way.
anyways. Ooh, good stolen fear from Keshi. We'll try to stun Reed, but instead anybody's silencing 3! That's one dead ogre, Epi Burrow. Hits on 2. He'll BKB on Sand King. Weaver's moving on around looking for Keshi. Keshi will get brought down now 1-for-1 trade. Buffalo's BKB will end very soon. Split is still active for a long time. Breezy. He's blinking, he's marching to the Burrow, it's a Tinker. They're going to try to kill the Tinker, but can they bring him down? He's 2/3 HP, 1/2 HP, he's getting healed by his allies, and then he's being saved! In comes the damage, the swap comes in from Fox, Breezy R. Actually might be a disaster, his TP's now on cooldown, but he blinks away anyways! Josh trying for this kill, desperately, is there a save? Weaver is hunting, meanwhile in the main team fight, we're still fighting on around, Jamie's brought down back over to Ja, he could not kill Breezy R4 now, but he's still hunting, Breezy TP's, will it succeed? Yes it will! Back to the main body, Venge goes down, Andy's fighting, he'll Remnant and step to bring down Koran, or no he won't! He lives on 100 HP and now Breezy R returns to team fight Andy tanks the burrow. Weaver is hitting. Weaver will eventually bring him down. Andy can somehow step away, but Buffalo's is here to finish the kill. Remnant hits. There's a Dagon. There's a laser. Andy is still so low right now. Burrow hits. But look at Ja. Ja's also so low right now. Breeze Ja will rearm, but he's running out of teammates, running out of mana, and running out of HP. Somehow Void Spirit is still alive. He's TPing. He'll try to get away. It'll actually somehow work. But still an absolutely lost team fight for the side of Royal Andy. Wait, Keshi's back? He's gonna die again, but he's back to the fight. It's been that long of a fight. He's respawned into it.
Oh, Kashi has Sakuchi. He's fine, I think. Honestly, stealing Shikuchi and then instantly farming the wave is so satisfying. Good for Keshi.
I'm still so shocked that Andy lived there. It's just, I mean, I guess
Oh.
Breezy had to die for it, but it's still a shocking survival.
Yeah. I actually think they could have turned that if they played it a little differently. I genuinely think they could have won that. I think there was some awkward kiting and they got like split up in the fight, but I think at one point they could have won the fight. Overall, definitely a win for Dire. So I'll say Dire got some nice stuff out of that, but
Well, Karan tried to go in for the kill on Reed. It did not work in the slightest. Now Agile will die for Karan's sins as well. He'll attempt to bring down Rubik with him. But a good Shikuchi
nice
will dodge
dodge.
out the
Well
Q
played,
from
Keshi.
Muerta. Now Muerta is no longer safe. He'll Atos the Brewmaster, but there's the slow. They know Jamie has absolutely no backup. He's got no friends, and he has got no hope of surviving. That's 3 kills for nothing of value.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say before the fight started was that they got a nice little lead out of it, but they still haven't broken even a tier 3, which is pretty painful against the
Oh,
Radiant
good
traffic.
lift from Keshi. That's like
Well
kill Ja,
played.
I think. He'll time lapse, but they're hunting. He's still Shikuching. They know
Yeah.
where he is.
Oh, Breezy TP to your teammate. Breezy TP on him. Nice.
They're gonna kill like the Weaver, I'm pretty sure. It's gotta be
think they will
close.
end up getting
He's
him.
got does he have a gem or something? He does not have the gem, but he's got the Dagon. He's got the, in 1 more seconds. He'll use it.
Oh.
It'll bring down Weaver.
Nice. I think maybe Breezy could have saved Keshi, but either way, really well played by them. I mean, really well played by Keshi to set up that kill as well. It's such a good trade for them. It's like a 40-second death timer versus a 70+ second death timer. So you're definitely walking away from that one pretty happy as Radiant.
It's
Honestly,
also,
I
you
think
know,
Dire needs a really good like smoke epicenter wombo combo type play. I just think the game at every stage is going to be getting harder and harder for Dire now. Like Andy is 4K gold. He could just go buy a Lincoln's right now and he'd be really safe from getting burst or started on. He could go buy a BKB and walk into the fight and like take like no damage.
I like BKB a lot.
He could buy a Daedalus and like one shot people. Like he has a lot of gold and he actually has a lot of like valid options.
So, say you guys Daedalus. What's the interaction between that crit and the Astral Step crit? Like, does it stack? Does it multiply? Is it like
I
roll
actually
one
don't
and
know,
the other,
Badger.
or?
I actually don't know, but all I know is that when I see him buy Daedalus on carry Void Spirit and he holds over people, he does a lot of damage. So that's all I really know, is having watched him do it a bunch. So I'm sorry, I couldn't have given you a more analytical answer.
It's like the spreadsheet nerd analytical answer versus the intuitive I just watch it happen answer.
Well, the thing is, I've seen him play this Void Spirit carry like with this very physical oriented Battle Fury build before, and he does do like way more damage than I'm expecting once he gets to the Daedalus. Oh, also, he has a Nemesis Curse. Oh, this item is really good. This item is really good for him. Takes 8% more damage and gets plus 35 damage and deals an extra 20% or an extra 12% damage. So
by the way, we have our answer.
Yeah.
It is indeed the Daedalus. So
now I really do hope though he gets a BKB or a Lincoln's. I think either one, but you should get some defensive item at this point.
I prefer the BKB because there's just some stuff you can put on the floor, like say the Muerta calling.
Yeah, I will say the
nice.
reason why I like Lincoln's a lot as an idea too, though, because specifically because they do have Vengeful Spirit. They are level 18, and they have a Psychic Headband. Fox is done Fox on this team is like they like own every time they're playing the safe heroes like really hard. So I have a lot of faith that they would probably be able to save them, and also Lincoln's lets you react to like Sand King's one band combo. He can't. Wait, well actually no, it doesn't anymore, right? Because they changed how Burrow worked with like ground targeting, right? Ooh, never mind
Probably. I don't
actually.
know. I'm not
No, it
entirely.
definitely, it definitely, like Badger. I think unless Sand King literally clicks on your hero portrait, if he clicks past you, it doesn't proc Lincolns, by the way,
I
anymore.
see.
Which I kind of forgot that until like now. So Lincoln's is still pretty good against Ogre Stone though, and it's not. I mean, it doesn't make me lean towards BKB more now though. Mm.
BKB, it's just a good item. It's one of those. Just buy BKB. You just really can't go wrong buying BKB in most games.
Yeah.
This is a pretty even game state still. It's less than a 1K
Yeah.
lead for Royal
I
India. I'm open the
I
graph.
I think the
Yeah,
goal. I think the net worth graph is a little fake though, right? This game. Like I think Dire is like I I think I think the game is already pretty hard for Dire now.
I agree.
Honestly.
I agree.
I
Oh,
think.
Jamie's being
Ooh.
gone on by Andy. And in comes his good old buddy, Breezy. That's the gang squad from long range. And now, they're looking at Roshan. Roshan is going to be live in 10 seconds. Is the illusion
Oh,
going to
they
live long
actually
enough?
have an illusion in it. They have a
No,
illusion.
it's going to die, and then Roshan's going to be going to spawn afterwards.
Oh.
This is so unlucky on the time.
Wait,
Look at this.
I think it might still give. Oh, it doesn't.
No, it
Oh, I
doesn't. It
don't.
doesn't.
Unless,
How
yeah.
unlucky. How unlucky. What's the RNG on that?
I don't know, Badger. I couldn't tell you. That's actually yeah. That's sad as hell.
Well, they
Oh,
find
Andy's
Karan
hunting.
perhaps. Karan has Manta, ready to go, will dodge silence. Meanwhile, Reed is just in the high ground right now. I love Reed.
Good old Brewmaster.
Just, he has no care for the Dire team and their frivolities. He's just walking up, hitting the building for minimal damage. I love it.
I do think if Radiant gets this next Aegis, I think Dire needs yeah, okay, Dire is smoke. This is a good call by Dire. Dire can't let them get this Aegis. I'm pretty sure if Radiant get this Aegis, Andy could take the Aegis and then just buy another damage item and just go end the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could buy like a Hex and then just go on people, and they die.
Roshan is now alive, but it's again at this point
Yeah,
the Dire
I
are
think
here.
I think if Dire doesn't win this, the fight's or I think if Dire doesn't win this fight, the game is over. By the way, so
Here
this
we
is kind
go.
of
The smoke
this is
hat's
pretty cool.
broken. They'll go in for the Brewmaster, but he's still playing the Brewmaster. Andy steps in looking for Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi's already so low, but he's brought down by Fox. Reed still holds his split. Ogre Magi about to get into the game. Chains are there on two from Karan to a barrel on one. Epi's on the floor right now, but nobody's dying. Fox may die. She's got the
Fox
items
has second life.
ready to go, and here we go. It's second life for Vengeful Spirit. Keshi is being gone on. Andy steps in, silences Karan. Karan has no save. He's got no life. He's got no
over.
buyback, and now we'll head for a hell of a lot more kills. Perhaps the Weaver will live, but Jamie certainly will not. Muerta is dead. The trade is for Keshi's Rubik. Rubik buys back into the game. It's still a 4v3 team fight. Buffles has Sandstorm. He's trying to keep his more important core Weaver alive right now. Ogre is on the run as well. Split has ended. Weaver is duking to the north side. Burrow, she was there on to Ja. Will attempt to fight, looking for the Fox illusion. Jamie now buys back into the game, but so does Fox. Is now third life in the fight for Venge. They stun Sand King. Sand King certainly is dead, and he too has no buyback. We'll head to Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi. Oh no, that's not good pathing from Agile. Seems not to matter. But they're going to hunt him down if they can.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, they found him.
Oh, he got back too,
Ja
actually.
was trying to fight, but it's going to be a dieback on Ogre Magi. So no Ember, no Sand King, no Ogre Magi. It will be no top racks very soon.
Badger, I think the game's over. I mean, it might not literally end here, but I'm pretty sure that they're getting megas.
I mean, it
If
might
not
not be
megas, at least-
megas, but 2 racks.
If
Yeah,
it-
2 racks.
Well, yeah, and then like, so if it's not megas and all they do is get 2 racks, they can just go take the like. I think this game is over.
Mhm.
Not to take the steam out of winners finals, but
Oh, hold that thought, Jim. Guess
oh,
what
this is right
shot
turn
is
one.
spots.
Oh, okay, this is base. This is so fucked. Oh, and he's level 25 Badger. That means
He's
he has
got to be
extra attack.
careful. He's got no mana right now. That'd be the saddest tale. You
Wait,
gone immediately and die with no mana.
I want to say right now that Jaw is level 25 with a Divine Repair. He can like one-shot people. He doesn't have a Daedalus though. Oh.
All right, what can he sell? He may sell like
No.
get rid of Gem maybe. I don't even
He
know.
he is gonna want to get rid of Gem later. But I mean he doesn't. I mean he's not even close to the Daedalus. I think.
I mean,
Oh,
just
guess-
Crystallis though will be a big difference.
I was
with
gonna-
the crit chance.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Weaver. I think Weaver should have tried not to show, but now the enemy knows that they have rapier.
Radiant smoke on up. SK Ogre are now respawning. We'll be fighting in the bottom lane of the Dire side. Weaver and Ember are in the vanguard. They break the smoke on Weaver. Weaver is stepped on.
Oh,
He's silenced. He barely BKBs in time. I still think
Andy
if
has
he
a
time
rapier
lapse
too.
both on cooldown, and Ember might not be so lucky. He's lifted up by the Brewmaster. Storm Cyclone. Split is ready to go. He's holding it. He's holding it. They stun the Ember. Split is still not here. In comes Edwards. Also a split from Reed. In come all the ulties. They'll commit in for Jamie, but Jamie has the ulti save himself for the time being. Freeze Yard gets stunned with Ogre Magi. They're trying to bring down the Tinker, but Tinker's so tanky right now. They can do nothing. Job. The Rapier is doing very minimal damage.
Oh,
And now,
Keshi stole
the
Epi.
Epi, but it's doing absolutely nothing. Back over to Karan. He's been swapped in by Fox. Reed finally there's a trade for Ja.
Oh, the
Rapier's
Rapier's
on the
Rapier.
floor. Andy Bandy brings down the Ogre Magi.
Yeah, he has
He'll
two.
grab another Rapier. He's got 2 Rapiers. He buys his own Rapier? I'm not even sure.
Before the fight. Yes.
And at
before
this
the fight,
point, he's going to slap the Ember. He does so much damage. And now it's just Sand King in the 1v4. He'll burrow towards Kashi, but what can you do? The answer is nothing. He's now dead. The GG is called. And game 1 goes to Royal Andy. He smiley faced him. He smiley faced him, Jim.
Wait, who is he? I didn't see that.
PZR here with the smiley face.
You went mode smiley face? That's crazy, bro. Shit. Shit, bro. Next game about to be heated.
It's one of those, you know. Oh,
I had just been commenting, you know, on how I'm so happy that it seemed like there wasn't gonna be any alt jab, but you know, God might turn against us, Badger.
You know, it's. I know the good Twin Hunting players, they were very confident that they would win this series. They were extremely confident who would win the series.
Was this in lads or something?
From what I was told, from what I was leaked, they were pretty confident they were gonna win the series.
Okay.
And so far they are now 1 game away from losing the series. So
I don't think that game looked terrible for Dire, but I don't think it looked good. Well, yeah.
And they had the much more conventional.
look
They had they had the much more conventional draft too, and they still did not have fun.
I'm gonna say Badger. I think they got a shape bub, right? I don't know. Because like I don't know, they had a I think that their heroes were a lot stronger at an earlier point in the game, and they just never got a lead bigger than maybe 5k. Like I think that was the biggest lead they ever had.
I think it was
5k, 4k.
Yeah, about 4K. Yeah.
Okay, something like that. So I think that was like probably like, yeah, I think that's not a good sign, especially if you're playing against the Andy team, which is honestly this comeback specialist team, the legendary 018 comeback. So what are your thoughts on this, All Badger?
My thoughts is I'm going to cut us to a break between game 1 and game 2. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Jim. We'll see you for game 2 of the winners finals in a few minutes. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for another League of Lads Season 16 playoff action. We remain in the winners finals. If you missed Game 1, it was a pretty fun draft from Royal Andy. It resulted in a Game 1 victory there at the precipice of making the grand finals. They are one game away, but of course, they still need to take down a heavyweight in good Twink Hunting in one of the two next games. I am once again joined by longtime Royal Andy co-commentator, Lisbon Shaman Slayer, former DPC player, future Deadlock Pro, Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Sally 737, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim. How you doing, Jim?
Doing pretty good.
But good to hear you're doing well across the league,
I was I
though.
was I was looking at the bands, by the way. Bro, they changed a lot. Holy cannoli.
They have indeed changed a lot. But
I
across
oh,
the
you go.
league, there
Sorry,
are
but
other. I got you, but
thank you.
there are other series going on right here, right now. Across the league, we are looking at another very anticipated match between Bad Faith Blucher and the Funny Zone in losers top six. Bad Faith Blucher took game one in a 44-36 kill score, 46 minute win. They gave Ice Yeti his legendary Weaver. He popped off, and in Austin Dotes, Ultra gonna have a 3-9 game on Sven. He's gonna have to pop off a little more in game number two if they plan on winning. But back to the series in question. They called him FDR, but he had a masterclass game, so much so that it forced out a first ban Tinker. I know you're mentioning that one, right?
Yes. Yes, Patrick, yes. As Andy would say, yes.
Yes, chef, but it's very different bands you mentioned. Obviously, Earth Spirit's still banned out, but it's Tinker and Brewmaster now bans. This, of course, he's actually a block pick Rubik of all things too. This is very different from Good Twin Hunting.
Hmm. Who does is Kashi the Urshiker player? Or is this for Breezy slash Reed? I don't remember if the team who plays it on this team.
Have they played it once this entire season?
I, I don't know. I think Kashi maybe played it once. Maybe I really don't know actually. Okay, I think Breezier could definitely play a mid. It sounds like a mid Breezier hero. I also would. I think Reed plays. I honestly don't know. I'm really curious if there's a particular place this Earthshaker is planning on being.
All right, so
Um,
I've looked it up. They actually have played Shaker 3 times. We probably should have known that. They're 2-1 in those games. Let's see who's played it. So one game in their only loss on it, Keshi played it. In their wins, Keshi also played it. So Keshi played all 3 games of the Shaker, if you're curious. And I would suspect that Keshi indeed will play Shaker again tonight. How do we not know that? We've casted all these games, Jim.
I don't know, Badger. Are we just shit? Are we biased and shitty casters, Badger?
You know, I've been called
Clip it and ship it, boys. We're biased and shitty, I think.
I've been called both those things independently, but very rarely at the exact same time. But
I
for
think.
once,
Well,
it's warranted.
I'm not calling you, Badger. I'm asking you. Is that what we are?
I think we might be. I think we might be.
Also, so far the first pick that was like that a team is taking back from last game, that yeah is the Void Spirit.
You
Because
know,
while Rubik was in the last game, it was on Radiant, so this is the first actually same side, same hero pick from any team.
funny part is Andy. Obviously, you know Andy better than I do, but I of course know Andy very well. We have we have gotten to talk about Dota a number of times, and Andy sometimes will get a little bit mentally fixated on a hero where it's like, I want to play the hero every game if I can. Doesn't matter how bad of a game it doesn't matter when in the draft I'm picking it. And it appears as though that hero right now is Voice Spirit Carry. He's just got it again. I think the only problem is this time there's going to be 4 counter picks instead of what, 1 counter pick. So they're going to certainly do a little bit of drafting to.
Phoenix, okay. We're seeing a very different draft so far. Like this, I'm really curious what rating is gonna go here. Notably, they could use an egg hitter.
Mhm.
I would say Puck, but there's already Rubik and DK stuns against Puck. I don't think it's the game for it already. Looks pretty bad, or at least not good.
All right, hear me out. Royal Andy pivot entirely with the Void Spirit. They put it mid and they go sniper for Andy.
Does Breezy play Void Spirit though?
It's Void Spirit. How hard can it be?
I think if you don't play it and you're not good at like fast queuing, it's pretty shit. Like it's like a pretty bad hero. I mean, fast queuing off your ultimate is not, it's not actually very hard, Batcher, but if you don't play the hero at all, it's pretty bad.
All right, I'm doing some more statistical research. I'm sure Breezy R's got a number of games on it, but I'm gonna verify. We're gonna do some verifying. All right, so Breezy R has 187 games lifetime on Void Spirit with a 60% win rate. What about in Captain's mode? He has 31 games in Captain's mode on Void Spirit as well. So he's clearly able to play the hero at a decent enough level. And honestly, if I'm them, I pivot. I go sniper carry, and yeah, I think sniper 24 could be really sick this game. Wait,
Sniper on, okay. Mm. Oh wait, I just realized Magnus. Wow. Okay, Radiant actually kind of got two signature heroes here. They haven't really picked anything to deal with the egg, but I mean, honestly, these are like Oracle's good into these like all these heroes so far. I'd say. Magnus looks good here, except for the fact that there's a Rubik. Like, I don't think egg is like that good protection. Honestly, it's like okay, it's like whatever. Yeah, but so far, I'd say pretty even draft. Honestly, Badger. We'll see what Dyer takes here. This is gonna be a big pick.
and hypothetically, this is a really cool flex situation here where you have a lot of flex potential with these Radiant heroes. Because obviously, we suspect it'll end up being Shaker's Up, White Spirit, carry Magnus offlane, but all 3 of those heroes can flex. And you have 24 as well, so you can hold and you can wait, and then you can just lock in whatever 24 after you see the 18, after you see the 23. So
I'm trying to think. What would I pick right now if I was Dyer? I don't know. Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. I can see a good Morphling angle. I know Jaw plays it. Dawnbreaker.
yeah, that is definitely not Morphling.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's Dawnbreaker 3, Phoenix 4, or or Phoenix or Rubik 4, Dawnbreaker 3. Like, okay, I mean Rubik. Okay, actually Rubik Dawnbreaker sounds like a pretty good lane at actually killing Oracle, so that's kind of good from Dyer. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how much I like the Dawnbreaker pick, Badger. Okay,
I mean, I like it.
I do think that there's a lot of good spells for the ulti. Like Magnus is the type of hero where your ult is really good against him. You're good against Earthshaker Jump. But okay, if this is Dawnbreaker Core Badger, I still think that they should buy the Aghanims. Because otherwise, like you're not gonna save your teammates from the Void Spirit plus Earthshaker plus Magnus Burst, okay? There's just no shot. So that's my contention. I think this Dawnbreaker should at least go semi-utility, if not full utility offlaner. Um, yeah. Thoughts?
You know what? I think I agree. But also, we have another update around the horn. So there's a third series going on right now. Because,
Oh my god.
2 series isn't enough for a Tuesday night. You need 3 series on a Tuesday night. So we have Wilted Roses versus, I guess we do Envisage now. The logical captain, I guess we do Envisage now, dropped game 1 to Wilted Roses. 50 kills to 28 in a 51-minute loss. So definitely not the game 1 result that I'm sure Logical and company were hoping for. And well, they're now on their tournament lives in their losers part of the brackets.
Yeah. Queen of Pain picked. Uh, I don't know if I don't know if I like this or not.
Okay, I'll answer. I don't like it. I think this
What do you
hero.
dislike about it, Badger?
So you're playing Karan Queen of Pain mid. Sure, it's probably got a pretty good lane, but this is a game where you have to play very well, and if you play anything less than very well, let's say you play like an 8 out of 10 game, like a pretty good game on Guap, you just die a billion times because Magnus is stunned, Shaker has some stuns, Oracle has a root, Void Spirit will buy an axe that produces that remnant, and the 24 picks is probably going to do a lot of damage. So your hero's going to get absolutely just
Actually,
ripped to
what is
shreds.
Radiance 24 gonna be, Badger? We still haven't even seen that. Badger, okay, quick. We have to think really fast before they pick it. Um.
Um,
Uh.
what up? Oh,
Primal Beast
yeah, PB. Let's go PB. Honestly, I think an Andy hero
or Sniper.
24,
I can see
but
Sniper. I can see Sniper. Oh, Zeus. Okay.
okay, they still do not hit egg, but you know what?
Uh,
This is not hit the egg. It's fine. Let's ignore it.
well,
If
last
you
time I think we talked. This exact same scenario has occurred in the past, by the way, where they're playing against a Dawnbreaker. I'm talking about like how Zeus. Oh, I like Zeus against Dawnbreaker because you can find them like on side lane alone and then kill them like in smokes and stuff. And you can like check if you're being baited. And last time it worked out well. I mean, they won that last game of Zeus versus Dawnbreaker, right? So
Mhm.
I have like some I kind of think I kind of feel good if I'm Radiant because like they've been in a pretty similar situation draft wise before and had to work out. Yo, Corana's a really nice Queen of Pain sub, bro. Good for him. Actually, I would say like honestly, pretty much everybody's characters are pretty dripped out.
Except for
Like
Andy.
except for I was gonna say except for Andy.
Gee, I guess Reed as well. Reed is like a
Yeah.
default Magnus with just the
No, but
weapon.
default Magnus is like correct, bro. So I don't know.
Is it
Default.
though? Hey, okay,
I mean,
Reed.
okay, I think people have strong opinions on that, but I actually think that I think both default Magnus looks fine. I kind of like it, but I also think he has some pretty cool
Okay,
cosmetics. All right, to be
again,
actually objective.
again, default Magnus hair, default Magnus horn. I can dig it, but default Magnus torso and like what's that, like a little robe thing? That's come on, you gotta have a better torso than that.
I don't know, bro, but it's Magnus, bro, Magnus.
He's got like a Tibetan monk robe on. I mean, it works for like Anti-Mage, not for Magnus.
All right, all right. Listen, I don't think we're gonna come to agreement on this one, Badger, but that's okay.
If
Uh,
you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of the winners bracket finals between Royal Andy on the Radiant side, who won game 1, taking on Good Twink Hunting on the Dire side, who were 1 game away from being knocked into the losers bracket. I'm once
one
again
thing I
Badger.
will
I'm once
say
again
that
joined by Jim. What were you saying, Jim?
one thing that I actually do like about this quad pick is that last game Karan got like a lot of kills. Like I think if they were playing Ember Spirit or if they were playing Quap and they were 9-1, they would have been way more of a terror. I just think like so I actually you know what like if they pop off again I could see emoting. One thing that Quap does have is that like ever since the ultimate has become like kind of a stronger part of their kit um with the like 20 talent and just like the cooldown not being too high and yeah and the masochist plus ulti. It's actually the hero's a lot better against Oracle now, because more of their damage is non-mitigated with the second spell.
You know, it's funny. I'm messaging Andy a little bit between the games. A lot of
You're reading
lot
the
of alt
chat.
chat. There's always a lot of. It's funny, you know, he plays Tinker and Zeus, Karan. I mentioned it. Karan and Breezy, longtime confidants, longtime teammates. You know, of course, Karan is gonna comment, but Andy Bendy. The funny part, we see all chat between these guys. Andy Bendy, it's all 5 players muted.
Yeah.
He's got them all muted.
Might have his whole team heated too, who knows?
At least
The,
his mid
that's
player, at the least, you know.
That's Andy's way of the blade. Like I don't know if you've seen Andy play Kaz, but he is like Andy is in touch with the katana and the dog sword from RS3.
Mhm.
You heard me. I said RS3. Yep.
You know, it's one of those. While we were all out here, you know, commentating games, he was studying the blades. He's ready to go. So
We've been wasting all of our time with casting when we should have been studying the way of the dog sword.
yeah, it's true.
Like right now, we could be getting dog sword practice reps in right now, Badger, and we're not.
I mean, you're gonna have one like a month, not even. So you know, I'm ready for it.
I don't really know if I'm actually gonna go for dog sword. What region is it in?
I mean, it's Asgarnia. Aren't you gonna go Asgarnia?
Oh, yeah, might as well go for it then.
It could be your spec weapon.
True. Let me think about what lanes are actually volatile here. Uh, I think, I think Dire's offlane is slightly favored here, but I think it's actually kind of okay for. By the way, Badger, I think it would have been better if Andy maybe Take this Q level 1, honestly. Maybe not. It's not a big deal either way. Let's see. What about top lane?
It's wave
Like,
dragging. It's
yeah, I was
wave
gonna say, I
dragging.
think top lane there's just gonna be a lot of farming and nothing really that exciting.
And wave dragging just
Um,
has to be correct here, and Keshi's doing it.
yeah. Let's see. Mid is looking like
Hold that thought, because
route.
first blood, bottom lane, it will end up being who dies first. It's JB who
Oh
dies
my.
first, but it's a counter kill via, I believe, the blood grenade. So big win there for the I guess Buffalo's Dawnbreaker getting soul experience in that kill.
Yeah, although Fox does get first blood, right? Was that first blood?
It was, yeah, on the
It was a
Oracle.
lot, yeah. It's kind of it's like an even trade. One side gets more gold, the other side gets like a better XP spread.
Yeah, she did actually. Agile really wants this kill.
I don't think he's got it. You have so much armor and regen under the tier 2 Badger. Armor increased by 5 and health generation by 3. He's not dying to. He's not getting this kill.
He used the dive, he used the blood grenade, now he's just here.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he got rid of all the guy's HP, so it wasn't that bad of it. I mean, probably was fine. Uh, Pretty curious to see where first blood actually ends up being. I think it's probably in this bottom lane. Although top is very feisty. There's a lot of like energy up in the top lane. You know, they're all doing wacky stuff. A lot of fighting under tower and past tower.
I've never seen a lane that was this boring in minute 1 become this interesting in minute 3. It's just wild
Yeah.
how it became interesting. Ooh, who got the Lotus? Somehow Agile got that over Fissure, which I don't understand, but... Wait,
Oh
what just
shit.
happened mid lane? Did he just die on...
Yeah, I guess so,
What?
bro. I don't know if that was well played by Karan or Breezy fucked up, but either way,
I
that's really
mean,
good for Dire. And
it has to be both from
it
column
has
A,
to be
both
a
from
little bit of
column
both,
B.
right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has to
yeah.
be both. I mean,
I would assume that since Quap has no points in Dagger, that this lane should be pretty chill for Zeus. But I mean, I guess they had a fight and Zeus
keyword
lost.
should. I mean, he just didn't,
Yeah,
though. He just died. I mean, after game 1, we had to have known this was possible. Breezy R is one of the more hold that thought bottom lane. You see Andy on the run. He's in a bit of danger right now. He'll barely end up going down. There might be a trade. Never mind, there is no trade. Breezy R, of course, is one of the more volatile players, maybe the most volatile player in LAS history. We saw game 1, masterclass game, did not die all that much, but game number 2, the pendulum could swing. We could get a real FDR game here.
uh, that was well played by you, Metro. That was well played.
Thank you. I will say, luckily for Breezy R, he lost the minute 4 water runes. Agile grabbed the other one, but Keshi has Battlefilled, so all is good.
Yeah. So far, this has not been the best start for Radiant safe lane. I think a lot of times they're usually having a pretty decent start, but I mean, I guess they've had the share of not so good starts. It's not like super bad or anything, but definitely not optimal. Um, I will say the Magnus, it just seems like he has like totally even farm with DK, which is really good for Mag. I think the early levels definitely should be a little better for DK. I mean, Breathe Fire is just a really good spell, and so is Dragon Tail for securing denies. Um, but Magnus actually has more denies than DK, and this is basically a 1v1 lane from what it looks like to me.
Meanwhile, over to Fox,
Oh,
she's just dead. She was isolated, and at that point, with the lift from Rubik and all that damage from the Dawnbreaker, it's simply a dead Fox. What can you do?
I don't know, Badger. It's a good question.
I don't know if there's an answer. Sometimes you just die. And
Yeah,
we're at the point in my life where I just say that phrase about 5 times an hour every hour until I die, so.
it's hype, Badger. Woo!
It
I
is what
think.
it is.
Or no, it's not hype. Shit.
I guess as far as addictions go, there are worse addictions in saying that. There's like drug addictions, alcohol addictions, and then there's like, oh yeah, saying what can you do every day.
Yeah, I think one is a little less damaging to everything than the other. Looks like Queen of Pain will probably just get the rune regardless of where it spawns. They're a little better set up for it. I mean, they do kind of have better heroes to contest Surly Rune. Oh, Quap got a haste. That's a really nice rune for Quap. They might look for a play right off of it. We'll see.
Looking at Dire Vision, they currently see Shaker. Dive forward is used by Agile, blink in by Karan. Sonic Wave is on the mark, and that's one more kill for Karan. He's 2-0.
Yeah. I will say he's not gonna have the option of making Sonic Wave play on the 7-minute rune top side now though. It might have been better to try to just kill him without using it and then be able to stay for 7-minute rune. It's not really the biggest deal, but I think that could have been a bit better way to leverage it. Regardless though, gets a kill, gets some gold. I'm sure they're happy with the outcome. Should
He
probably
got
switch to
he
net
got
worth.
the Midas and Inner Sticker, which really that's all you can ask for sometimes.
Yeah. So far, honestly, all the cores are like really similar except for
Queen of
there's a
Pain,
little bit of a
yeah.
lead on Quap. Yeah, I mean, it's not like even a 1k lead, but it's like a solid 600, 700. Pretty decent.
Breezy dead actually? Nah, Breezy.
No,
Nah,
he's fine.
he's fine.
Little surprised he didn't start chugging bottle charges there. I would have been I would have been scared, bro. I would have done it.
He's got a lot of confidence in not dying, despite Quap being an absolute menace right now. And well, is a hero who literally all she does is damage and she's owning. I'd be scared, but you know, Breezy R just didn't
Yeah.
care.
Andy is about to get level 6, so Dawnbreaker getting level 6 is way more annoying for the Radiant team. But in terms of the actual like lane matchup, Void Spirit's level 6 is going to be way more important. Like it's going to be a lot more burst and mobility in the lane with that. Um, yeah. It looked like Radiant's safe lane might like fall apart a bit at one point, but honestly they've been like kind of hard chilling ever since
Oh
their first early deaths.
no, Breezy has missed his E. In comes a Dawnbreaker ulti. Fox will attempt to save, perhaps. The root, the fissure have
Actually,
been used, but in comes Karan, blinking forward into the Sonic Wave. Breezy R goes on down, and now we'll head for more. Reed has arrived well, but look at Reed. He's got no mana. Are there arcane boots anywhere? There's mangoes on Fox, but the
oh,
coordination's
it's
not there.
actually it actually kind of works out in Andy's favor a little bit though. He actually gets to get some solo time in the lane, push it in, drag the next wave into his camp. Honestly, not bad for him. Oh, Fox goes down. That's
I just
a
missed
little
that kill
tragic.
entirely somehow. I was kind of zoned out, but yeah,
This Queen of
unfortunate
Pain
for
is a
that.
lot
But
of money. They have to be really careful. This Queen of Pain is like in prime position to mess him up and run him over.
that's something you mentioned pre-horn is you mentioned how Karam was 9-1 last game, but there's only so much he could have done with his hero and his build. But
Well, I think
this
his build is a
game,
big. I think his build is a big part of it. To be clear.
but this
No
game,
blame. No blame.
he's playing Queen of Pain. His hero is just the embodiment of do damage, and when you have money, you convert it into more damage.
Yeah. And they have Dawnbreaker ult to play around it. Um, so far it looks like Dawnbreaker's just building normal core items, which I really don't love that. Well, I think it's okay if they buy like an Echo Saber and then they go. I really think they should go buy an axe at some point at least, though. It's such a good game for him, man. Hmm. Just looking around people's builds, nothing really too crazy for anyone. It looks like. Um, Jog going armlet, which I don't mind. I'm a little surprised he didn't go Midas. I think he could have had it super early if he wanted to. But maybe a little more interested in doing battle. Also, I mean, Armlet plus Mask of Madness, which he has keyed up, does farm rather quickly.
I think for him, it's a bit of a philosophical thing with this team. Where we saw game one, he had the opportunity by Maelstrom, he chose not to, and it's another opportunity. He could have went Midas, he's choosing not to. So he's thinking more, be battle ready, be
Yeah.
ready to play in this.
I
This
mean,
team
I do
concepts.
think that DK is a little. I do think DK is like really strong when you get to late game though. I think it's. I think. Oh look, let's look bottom.
He's
Yeah, he
fine.
seems fine. He's fine. Yeah, you're right.
He's used the buttons. His keyboard is indeed still working. He's fine.
Making okay pace to his Battle Fury. Not like an insane timing, but he's not gonna have it too slow. Unless his game like falls apart really hard here. No towers have gone down yet, which is feels a little bit better for if you're Radiant. You're against a DK who had a free lane kind of, and Queen of Pain who's popping off, but you haven't lost any towers, so feels a little better for Radiant to not see these cardies on their tower right now.
You know the
What
problem with the
else?
series, Jim? So
What?
these teams are going to play right now. It's like what? It's November 19th. These teams are not
Yes.
going to play again for another month.
You mean the winner or the loser too?
The winner for a month, the loser for like 3 weeks.
Oh, I see.
Because there's still like a bunch of losers bracket to play. And
So
it's funny.
there's a bunch of losers bracket plus there's Thanksgiving, right? So
Yeah, I mean, I told the teams, like, yeah, you know, you can schedule it a little later, right? Maybe in December. And like, nah, it's better for us to play now. I was like, all right, whatever, sure, just do it.
well, I think in the case of Royal Andy, I'm pretty sure Fox is like going on a vacation soon, so they probably wanted to play with while their teammate was still here.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, they could have waited until she was back, but it is what it is at certain points.
Uh, maybe I don't know if there's like any chance they're back for grand finals. I think they're like on for like yeah, I'm not really sure, so I actually don't have any confidence, but I think they would be gone for that irrespective badger. You know what I mean?
She's
It's more
gone
like
for
you.
she's gone for a while if that's the case. And that's like a month of
I
being
think she's
gone.
like seeing like family and stuff too. So I think it's not a small. You know what I mean?
I see.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that I have it right, but I think I do.
Oh, Karan, you got the room, but it's not going to be
Oh,
worth it. But he's in this anyways. Buffles now
oh,
arrives. Karan
Buffalo's was
blinks
so
and
low. Oh my god.
Dagons. Now we see
Oh,
Andy.
Andy
He's
went
TP'd
in.
in, stepping for Jamie. Jamie steals Astral Remnant. It possibly is a dead Rubik. There's one more step forward. That's going to be a kill for Andy.
Yeah.
Now Karan will stop it, but Fox! 3x in time. I think she
Does
might
Fox
end
have
up
enough
dying
healing?
anyways.
Oh, Breezy
Now
R put
she's
down the
fine.
further. Breezy R
The
put down the
Murderous
Season
Dale.
Serenity. MVP item, MVP item.
Murderous Dale.
Yeah. I will say one thing that I don't love for rating is that Keshi doesn't really have too much net worth, but I will say that, like, eh, I feel like they're always. I feel like even if they're not that farm, they're always gonna recovering their net worth. Uh, won't have the fastest blink dagger, but see when they get there. I feel like Keshi always has really high impact in team fights, so Urshiker sounds like a good hero for their team here.
You know, eventually he'll acquire money. When that comes, we don't quite know, but it'll happen.
There was a little bit of a jump bottom. I didn't really see what actually happened though.
Nothing happened.
Nothing
It's just
came out of
heroes.
it too much. Yeah.
I also had my camera out the entire time. Nothing happened.
Radiant has dropped their safe lane or their mid lane tower. Not the biggest deal, but it does like co-op farm more aggressively and more safely. Play further up in the map. They're doing some Andy hunting right now. They don't quite find him though.
And it
It
makes
looks like they're
sense.
just gonna go a full damage build, which I really don't like at all.
What
If they
would you
can get
prefer in that case?
at least buy the Ags. If you're not gonna go like Ags plus like Greaves slash Locket, at least just go like Echo Saber, Ags, Harpoon, AC or something like. You know what I mean? Like maybe you buy a pipe too. Even actually, someone on the team should buy a pipe. The question is who, because even if they get ahead, they're gonna have to go high ground into a lot of very far distance spells with pretty low cooldowns that kill the. Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to buy a pipe either way. We could buy it for Dire.
Reed just
Phoenix, I
skewered it
guess.
aggressively. I mean, maybe it's just Dawnbreaker eventually. I don't know.
Mm, maybe we'll see what happens. I'm just not. I think I think the strength of Dawnbreaker in this game is that in my opinion, if I had Dawnbreaker on Dire this game, I would be like, hey, Radiant they kind of like blow their load really fast on their heroes, right? Like you know what I mean? Magnus, the Echo Saber hero who tries to combo people with RP, or Sugar tries to combo people in his Echo Slam. Void Spirit tries to double dash and like if you can prevent the one bang Badger, I think Dire's teammates would be better. It's like specifically if you can prevent people from getting one banged. But if you
Yeah.
don't do that, then I think your team fight is shit. So, because you don't actually have a lot of stuns to protect Ag, if you really think about it. Like when Sonic Wave is unironically one of your best spells to
Oh,
not
they've
get.
RP'd the Rubik. Rubik is saved by opposite, and there comes the Supernova. Reed is just stuck on terrain right now. It's currently a 1-for-1, but Reed surely dies here, barring the miracle of all miracles. He's got skewer in one, but well, there's no living. There is simply death. Meanwhile, mid lane, we have a 1v1 between Ja and Breezy R. Breezy R uses his E button correctly this time around, but Ja's still hunting. He still wants this kill. Look at the courier, perhaps? And there it is, dead courier.
Yeah. Definitely a more sizable lead for this point in the game than I think they had last time at the same minute timer.
This
So
is,
that's
this is
pretty
what
good for Dire.
this is what Good Twin Hunting has been doing all season. They've been getting these sort of early leads. They've been getting momentum, winning these laning phases, and obviously game one didn't go the way they wanted to. It was a relatively even laning phase, but this time they won. They overloaded. Now they're up by 5K. They can farm a lot more map now.
I think the question is it gonna look like last game where they get this nice little lead and then like, oops, one or two of them die and not a lot happens for 5 minutes and then, like, if they get back into that cycle as last game, not the biggest believer in their heroes. Although I do think DK could be monstrous late game.
Well, Sonic Wave brings down Fox. Again, I don't think there was like this time. Last game was like a 1K lead. Like, it took a while to get like that 4K lead.
I
They
mean,
had.
to be fair, Badger, it was bouncing. Like they would get like a couple kills, and then they'd have like a 3-4K lead, and then I
Yeah,
feel like
this time it's
it was,
not bouncing though. It's steady. It's a steady line.
yeah. I'm just it could easily dissipate after seeing it happen a couple times last game. Like I could see. I guess now is sort of the turning point of like, are they gonna like make the game even again, or are they gonna take the 5K lead and like secure a tier 2 or like an Aegis and then farm more of the map and yeah, choke them out or get a bunch of kills.
Again, the big item we're looking
Agree.
at, of course, is that
Oh,
Keshi
also
Blink
Earthshaker will
Dagger.
have
Yeah,
Blink Dagger for the next fight, by the way. I think that's probably important to note. So this could be Radiant's comeback position. Sorry, you go.
yeah. He's
That's
got.
it.
That's what I was gonna say. He's got the blink. He's got the smoke, and that's perhaps how this stable but fantastic game state for Good Twin Hunting turns into a back and forth game state once again.
Yeah. Looking at people's items, let's see. Nothing super crazy. Phoenix has their shard coming to 1 Crow. I actually like this a decent bit. I think rushing the shard this game is a good call. It's a lot of max HP heroes in the middle of the fight that you can sunray onto, and they have pretty bad ways of hitting your egg. I like this by Phoenix to just buy the shard instead of waiting for Tormentor.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see when they ever kill Supernova this game. These heroes are all terrible at doing it to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like, I think if Andy and Reed have no stuns on them, no slows, nothing, they actually will kill it pretty fast. But they have to be on top of the egg, right? They have to stand on top of egg against the stuns of Dire plus Sonic Wave, which pierces big BK. You can't BKB and hit egg during it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, Void Spirit kind of can because when he starts to get pushed back, he can ult through. But yeah.
There's so many low CD stuns though. I just don't see it realistically happening. Speaking of that,
Oh.
Harpoon Skewer finds Buffalo's sketchy harpoons away, and now Supernova is there. Echo Slam hits two, Keshi gets stunned and brought down, and now they'll move to Reed. Reed is saved by Fox for the time being by the Oracle. Technically, it hits to Reed. He'll RP3, but what is it doing? It's doing absolutely nothing, and now he'll get brought on down eventually. He'll attempt the TP Dagon from Karan, will finish the job, and now it's just 4 dead. Breezyar walks away with his life, but in Good Twin Hunting, they're owning, and the lead only grows further. They'll grab that top tier 2 tower, perhaps, and when that happens, this game becomes so much harder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Dire's
But they're
in
hunting
pretty.
Breezy.
Dire's in a strong
He
spot.
on
Ooh.
cooldown. He's just dead. Keshi is here, but it's too late. He'll die as well. That's just 2 more kills. Make it a 10K lead. It's 16-4, and again, tale of 2 games right here. Go from one extremely even back and forth game to just slap, slap, slap. We're owning.
Mm. They'll have a really strong triple BKB timing on Dire. Dragonite has the shard queued up as their next item, or the BKB queued up as their next item. Dawnbreaker is about to have Desolator, and then looks like they're going shard after into BKB. But I mean, the shard is kind of BKB, right? So once they actually have the BKB in Dawn, one thing about the Dawn being a full core is that it actually is better probably in this position where they're up like a lot, because Dawn will be able to just instantly one-shot their backline heroes in Radiant. Fox has gotten their shard, and that is really good for Radiant. Very useful shard this game. A lot of healing on both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'll be happy with, again, another RNG shard where both games she got the minute 20 shard. Of course, Keshi.
I mean, this game it's really good that Fox got it because think about like AoE AoE healing circle combo on Dawnbreaker plus Phoenix, right? Like the Dawnbreaker ulti, there's an egg out, the ray goes into the The Dawnbreaker ult if they do anything, if they land it, and then you put down the Oracle shard, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
I mean, I get it, but you know, 2 games in a row, Keshi's probably a little sad. Where he had a
Oh,
great shard last
Reed
game.
is
He actually
looking.
skewered the DK. DK is very tanky though. Now in come the other cores and Supernova. Echo Slam, RP have all been used. Oracle's down, Shaker's down. We're collapsing on Royal Andy. Perhaps Rubik will die, but no! He dies to a neutral creep, and now he's getting
Oh,
TPY canceled. That's a dead Void Spirits.
oh, that is really sad.
It's red side right now. It's a rough one.
Yeah. I think now this game is gonna become like I think next time Dragon Form is up, they're a little healthier. Dire should just take the Aegis and like they should go for like DK trying to break a set of racks. I think that if they like they farm a little bit, they take the Tormentor, maybe get the Wisdom Ruin, make the team over to Roshan, they get it, and then they hit the buildings. Could be pretty tough for Radiant to deal with. Dire's got a pretty sizable advantage, and their heroes are tanky, and they should be able to get Aegis with no contest. Now, what will Dire do though? Will they go for Aegis, or are they're just gonna run around?
Could be a little from column A and a little from column B. They'll kill Breezy R, perhaps. Or perhaps not. He barely lives in the fountain. That's... Whew. If I'm
Yeah.
Breezy, my heart's beating very rapidly. But again, look where Dire are. They're 4 at the Twin Gate. They can go Twin Gate, head bottom, now grab Roshan.
Yeah, DK making his way over to 2. They're just gonna grab this.
Man, that was that's literally a perfect idea. You get a core kill and then get a Roshan kill. Obviously, the Breezy R, I mean, it wasn't the kill, but the idea was correct.
So I think the big thing in this position now is going to be, can Dire like hold their base? I think that they should. Maybe they should give up one side. Honestly, like if Dire just hardcore pushes bottom right now, maybe they just give up one side. I actually don't. Yeah, they may actually have to just give up one side. They do have tier 2s in other lanes, so those can't be pushed in quite as easily. DK actually alone right now, but his team is slowly connecting. Andy looking to do some wave cutting shenanigans.
And they know, though.
He's
They
spotted
ping
out,
him out.
but...
There's a lot of concern right now. TP, and it's actually going to work. If Rubik had a 3-second TP, that would have been a kill. But
These
Rubik
are the
had a
kind of
very slow
plays that
TP.
Radiant needs right now to just keep buying time over and over. I really like how Reed's like really aggressively pushing on top. This is good. Has his blink up. He can continue to hit the tower and force people to him, or he could run to mid and
Oh
try to cut the
no.
wave.
Kashi's been caught as well. The
I
problem
would
is,
say all of this is
used to
kind of
cost
preventing Dire
guns.
from pushing. DK or Dawnbreaker walk the top. DK will have ult again in a second, but so far this is an acceptable usage of their Aegis, but I think that Badger, I think the moment they got Aegis, they should have just started protecting their bottom waves and just pushed their bottom. I think that would have been way better than this like slow attempt of moving their heroes all around the map. Queen of Pain TPs to catch Zeus. It's not managed to actually grab him, and yeah, that's that. Redoing some juking. I think he's out too.
He's barely fine, yeah.
Yeah. This is Radiant's putting on a nice little rat performance. They're like Scurious, the rat in RuneScape. They're cutting in and out. Andy going to backdoor the tier 1 gets it. Good stuff. Oh, I don't think he should make an axe right now, actually. I think he actually needs to just buy Rod. I think I think he should finish his Manta and then just make a data list. But now he has the Staff of Wizardry, so.
Well, here we go, Jamie. Actually, his
Oh.
second Darius is dead.
Wait, this might be a feed on the. He doesn't have real BKB. He just has the fake one. I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah,
dead.
I mean, he's just being run on down right now. He's rooted by the Fox. But no, it's just not enough damage. Now Sonic Wave onto Fox. Has an ulti to
Little bit of a slow
save
reaction.
Andy. Andy's going to begin to walk away. Meanwhile, Keshi will Echo Slam one.
Oh!
Fissure down
Nice.
the Phoenix. So both subs are dead. But now in come the cores. Ja with a Daedalus destroys Keshi. Now being a 2-for-1.
But Badger, like this Aegis, it's only got 2 minutes left, and they didn't even hit like a tier 3. Like, they're in a way better spot than they were in game 1. But I am curious if they're gonna fall off. The game's not gonna end, and then eventually Radiant's gonna reach critical mass and just win. I do think that they have a little better scaling on Radiant overall. I mean, Oracle, like one of, if not the best scaling, like save hero in the game. You got Magnus. I'm not sure how well Magical Zeus scales, honestly. And maybe it's like, I actually really don't know.
I think
You got any
Dire
opinion on this,
have.
Badger?
I mean, I'm sure it scales fine, but I think Dire have perfectly great scaling as well. I mean, these are some notoriously good scalers as well on this team, and they're just so far ahead right now that unless this game goes like minute 50 plus, it's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think DK's good scaler. I think the support scale pretty well into late game, honestly. Uh, Dawnbreaker. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really play Dawn enough, but it's like always good, right? It's just damage and a bunch of debuff immunity. Eh.
Until like DK and Quap are kitted out, I think they'll just keep scaling until eventually they'll have to either win the game or they'll just run into a brick wall. But I don't think that brick wall is coming this game.
We'll see. Dire definitely still in a good spot. Don't get me wrong. Just I think they probably wanted to have broken Arax with the first Aegis. So I think not pulling that off is a little bit of a like I think they should have been able to do it, honestly. I think it's a little bit of a misplay on their part. Still in a very good spot though. They do have a 12k lead.
It's one of those,
Um,
again, they have not used the Queen of Pain BKB. They have not even purchased the DK BKB. That'll be a major spike having those items to play with.
yeah. I mean I will say that like a little less effective against the Magnus hero, and if you get like I do think yeah, it'll be pretty good. I'd say especially the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain one will be the most OP one.
Other than Mag, though, basically everything of value is blocked by BKB in this game, so... until, like, say, Andy has, like, a Daedalus.
Well,
I don't know.
honestly, I mean Andy already with his build is doing pretty decent physical damage. I think the Ags is also more about being able to like one shot supports by like double silencing them if you need to, or just one silence plus the Q. Actually, that is something I think Rubik should buy some more defensive items. I think Rubik could go really crazy, and he's having a good game so far, but he could easily just start feeding.
He's getting stepped on right now. He's already dead, but it could be vengeance time. It'll certainly be a trade for Keshi, but will more important heroes die? Buffles moves to Andy. Andy will assimilate to the west side. He's got step in 3, Manta in whenever he wants to use it. He's silenced till Manta, he'll step. Jaw's got a lot of move speed, but it seems not to matter.
Oh, Andy got his Ogre Axe off the Crow by hasting the Crow, which is actually a big deal because he's about to have Ags if he were to go. If he gets like one creep kill, he's gonna have Ags. He should go sell his Null. He should go sell his Null and buy it before they fight, like right now.
Apparently there's going to be no fight after all. Or maybe there is. They're pinging Jaw. Lincoln's it's broken. Step in by Andy. Look at the damage! Sonic Wave hits absolutely nothing, I think. And now, as an Oracle ulti to save the Mag, that was an awful fight. What
Badger,
just
I was
happens?
really wrong by the way. Radiant actually way outscales. I forgot about they have Mag and Power. It's really good with Voice Spirit because he gets a lot of raw damage.
Hold that thought, because Void Spirit is barely alive. It's an RP on 3! Into the Astral Remnant on the Dragon Knight. Skewer delays things for the time being. Fisher, though, stolen by Jamie. Zeus is in a lot of danger. But he's once again forced staffed away. They cannot bring him down. Look at Jaw's HP. Look how low we bring. They are somehow still alive. They'll finally kill him, but where's the radiant damage? Seemingly it's not existent. 3 are dead.
That was so close to being a really good fight, but Dire ends up taking the fight away, and yeah, well played by them.
And if you just have like 600 more HP on Andy at the start of the fight, I think
Well,
the fight's a
also,
big win there, but...
I think that was Keshi's force staff that sent the Zeus in. By the way, I think he actually like I think the Zeus probably would have lived, and I think also like if Urshiker just didn't use force staff, I think they probably both live Badger. You know what I mean? Because I think he would have it for himself, and the Zeus ended up in a worse spot from the force staff. Not to like flame Keshi or anything. Like those mistakes happen, but I think that fight was really close to being like a 1-for-2, 1-for-1 kind of trade.
Yeah.
Um, But I think that like right now, Dire has a really big thing going for them, and that's that they can set up bottom and camp for Roshan. And if they do that and they get the next Aegis, I don't want to jinx it and say they will definitely get racks because of that one game where we casted where the team was like up like 30k net worth or whatever and couldn't get racks. And you were there, Patrick. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what
Um,
you're talking about. There's been, I mean,
yeah.
obviously a number of series and lads have been like that
That makes me
where
always jinx teams getting racks now. Like I can't like bet on them getting racks
I
because I
mean,
think
it's
it's
not just that series. A number of teams and lads either
yeah.
are bad at high grounding or they lack the moral fortitude to high grounds, so they just don't do it.
I mean, to be fair, it's just a really hard part of the game as well. Like like to be fair to lots of players, going high ground is very difficult. Although definitely it's a skill that can be worked on across the league for, you know,
Fisher
say that skill
into
to get
DK
out.
stun into a lot of Sonic Wave damage, 100 to 0. Means our good friend Andy Bendy is in the grave. And now we see Mag running away, Oracle running away. Oracle is nowhere near so lucky. That's now 2 deaths, and well, it's scrambling time. It's time to get the hell away. And that means again that we're
Mm,
actually going to see Magnus get run at by Ja. Reed will just skewer and not even. He's not even teeping. Oh. He's fine. He's not fine, I don't think. He's now lifted by
is the
Jamie.
Rubik fine, dude? I think the Rubik is just dead.
No, he's buying time for the team to arrive. And the headbands from Jamie saves his life. And now Buffalo's arriving. Mag's in a lot of danger. There's no living at this point. He's
I
simply dead. What a good
I think
headband from
Reed.
Jamie.
I think I think that was more on Reed, to be honest. Like, to be clear, Jamie played that well, but like honestly, Reed could have just RP'd him at any point he was on top of him and killed him. I think that was extremely greedy by Reed. He like I think he could have easily RP'd the guy, killed him, and then TP'd out. I think like while I do think Jamie played that well, I think that was in part just Reed trolling. Oh my god. That was pretty good.
What the
Oh, come on, Jaw.
what can you do, man? I mean, it's one of
At
those. He
two,
was
Jaw,
hasted.
too.
He was feeling pretty confident, but you know, sometimes you just get one shot by Deso, Harpoon, Starbreaker, Dawnbreaker. You know, the haters. They were eating their words game 1, but the haters are really dining tonight for game 2. Dire definitely this Dire team has definitely very much hater vibes. These guys definitely are haters sometimes. What can you do?
I'm pretty curious to see what actually happens with this Aegis, honestly. Are we gonna see the curse of trying to go high ground against Royal Andy be broken, Boucher?
I mean,
Or will
surely.
they?
Okay, we'll go top lane. Look top lane. You see where
Yeah.
Ja is, right? I'm gonna
Oh,
draw
buff.
an arrow. And he's gonna go right over here. That's where he's gonna go. Right there.
Yeah. Dawnbreaker did have to or not ult, sorry. Dawnbreaker did have to use their BKB. That was their 9-second too. Um, I I think Jaw actually could still push though. Although, oh,
Okay,
Reed?
Jamie is just
Oh,
caught by Reed. And now the Dawnbreaker is
wait, this
here.
guy's no BKB. This guy's
It's
just
a bit
dead.
of an awkward fight right now. Jaw's getting kited around. He's half HP. Fisher stuns 2 from Keshi. Andy Bendy nearly kills the Phoenix. Now Phoenix Supernova's in time. Now Andy Bendy's in a lot of danger. He'll get brought down by Jaw. Meanwhile, at the base, Keshi and Reed are both dove and brought down. Oracle buys back. But well, I guess it's time to break the high ground because you have no Magnus.
That fight, in theory, started really well. It started with a pickoff on Rubik, into into a Dawnbreaker ulting in without BKB, but they weren't quite able to like instantly focus. Like I think that actually could have maybe been turned a little bit. I think now the game's gonna devolve pretty hard. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this has to be at least two. Like there has to be 2 sets of racks, right?
And they're going to try to force buyback out of Mag. They're going to realize he
Oh,
has no
Breezier
buyback. Now
jumped in?
Breezier is in a lot of danger. Luckily,
Oh, wait.
Fox has the save.
He actually might get his TP off. Oh, he's gonna be
Somehow
fine.
he gets the TP off. He'll actually give enough Fountain Heal to survive thanks to that one. Now Andy Benny steps in for
Oh,
the Phoenix.
oh
Phoenix
my.
goes down the move to DK.
We
DK
thought it
has
was
2 lives of
PDR, but it
BKB
wasn't.
though. The Simile has been used to dodge a Starbreaker stun, and now it will be a dead Keshi Shaker. Ja still very low. They're bringing over to Andy. Andy once again steps away to the south side. DK actually loses 1 life to, I think, the arc lightning damage, but it's a trade for Oracle. That's a dieback for Fox. She'll be dead for a long time. Problems,
Yeah.
the banner's still up. The creeps are absolutely fine, and Ja.
I was gonna make
His
a
Dragon
joke,
Knights.
Better saying, was that VDR or was that masturbator? Get it?
That was VDR.
Like, yeah. It looked like they actually had a pretty good
Harpoon.
bait on them going.
BKB from Ja. Buffles once
Oh,
again
Andy's
Harpoon as
coming
well.
back.
Jamie steals Stimulate. Sonic Wave hits absolutely nobody of value at this point. Andy Benny will
Oh,
actually dodge that one entirely. He'll bring it down. Jamie now mantles away and steps away from the Starbreaker stun. Meanwhile, Ja is just killing the base, ignoring this Void Spirit here. Promises a Harpoon on DK. Skewered are the tier 4 towers, but can they kill him? He's playing Dragon Knights. And now Reed barely ends up living. Back to the racks. Ja returns for sieging. Another Rax die. Range
I
Rax will
mean,
die.
that actually was pretty good for Radiant. Like, so Dire, they did finally break high ground. They did break a melee Rax. That is good. But I mean, I thought they were gonna go for like 2 sets there, Badger, and then still walk away unscathed. But yeah,
I mean, a set is a set, but yeah, I mean, if you're Royal End, you can still say, you know, we have not lost the game. Our base is mostly okay, so.
yeah.
And they are still scaling.
I like that Fox has an Aeonus queued up. I think this has definitely been one of Fox's higher death count games, but they've had
Yeah,
okay
Andy
combo.
Bendy, haste down forward, just slap down Agile, lit up Nimbus, of course. And the problem with Phoenix, I mean, Phoenix is Yules, right? He used the Yules to get out of the silence from the.
And then you sit in
Yeah, he's
the
kind of
8th
remnants.
round. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But I was gonna say that Fox. I think this is probably one of the higher like death counts we've seen from Fox. I mean it's been a tough game for all Dire or for all of Radiant, but I do think they still have had really good saves. And if they can get the Aeon Disc, they should be able to like get off the really good saves, and then survive, and then still be able to put out a second round of spells. So I think Fox getting an Aeon Disc would be a really big deal. Reed is about to have Refresher, so wait, is he about to or no? He still has a bit, but Reed's going Refresher, which I like. He's been landing good spells. And he has a Rapier queued up, which I'm not even
Ooh,
surprised.
Ja is haunting. And he nearly got punished, but the execution was just not there. That could have been huge, but
I
it
thought that
just
was
wasn't.
I thought they had him, to be honest. I thought they had him 100%. I was
I don't
wrong
think they
though.
were ready. I genuinely do not think they were ready for that.
Yeah. Dawnbreaker is an Abyssal. I actually kind of like this. Oh, they're actually 12 and
We're
0.
seeing
They're kind
split
of.
action right now. Both Buffles and Andy are being gone on. Reed hangs the Starbreaker stun, and now Buffles is forced to BKB. He's RP, and at this point, he can still TP. He might just TP here.
No, his
Or maybe not.
BKB wouldn't last long.
BKB has ended. You are right about that one. He'll attempt to fight. He'll attempt to bring down Rebo. Fox has the save. That's one dead Dawnbreaker, but in comes Ja. He nearly one-shots Geshi. Sonic Wave is there. It hits two. Reed will invis walk away. Fox not so lucky goes down. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Breezy somehow
I want to
away
see
from
the
danger
actual gold
again.
recap of that, because they did kill someone who was like 12 and 0.
I mean, it's definitely a Radiant win. That's a big streak kill. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the. Oh yeah, it's not even.
Over
it's not even
1K.
close.
Over 1K.
Yeah, and XP is like, it's not quite almost doubled. It's like 70%. Yeah, it's like one. Yeah. I would say also the big winner of that fight out of everyone was probably Reed. He got noticeably closer to his refresher, which is, yeah, it's a good item. Magnus. I'm kind of surprised Andy isn't trying to like jump on these guys and harass them out of the push, but his team seems to be handling it fine. He cut the wave. Oh my god, what is up, Cat One?
It's Cat 1. She senses the presence of casting. It's like, you know what? I'm going to be Cat 1. This is
I
happening.
genuinely think she doesn't like casting. Like, I actually think I think it bothers her when I'm casting. Yeah, I don't know.
It is what it is.
It's okay, Badger. You know, we cast for the people, not for Cat One. Okay, Cat One gets everything else.
That's true.
The cast, those are for the people.
It's all day, yo.
Oh, yo, Zeus actually has a refresher. Bro, when did Zeus become the highest net worth on his team? Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest, Breezar was having like, I didn't really like feel like he had a lot of impact early on in the game. I think he was kind of like having a very just like, I'm Zeus, but I'm not really ahead. I'm not really getting kills. But yeah, he's got a refresher now. He's pretty farmed. So
Ooh,
good
they're
for
hunting
him.
Andy. Oh no, Andy is
By the
so
way,
dead.
Andy cannot finish this rapier this game unless they're about to be like, unless they know they can buy the rapier and then immediately smoke and take a fight for Aegis. If Andy finishes rapier, I think he's like trolling a little bit.
Yeah, I
I
mean, with the way he's dying, with this level of defensive items, it's
Well,
not
just
gonna
I mean,
work.
Dire has very point click stuns and a lot of damage on on all, honestly all their cores do a shit ton of damage. And two of their cores have point-click stuns, right? Like they have Blink Dagger, Abyssal Blade, and they have uh, DK Shadow Blade W, right? They're just extremely easy to land. Long stuns. I think the only way a Rapier is okay on Andy is if they can like 100% get Aegis with the like as they're buying it. Um, Curious to see how this high ground push goes. They are down Andy, but they're only down one, and they fought their high ground earlier with even less heroes. So
And they do have the Magnus threat, of course. That's the big one we're looking at, of course. And the thing is, do they know that he doesn't have buyback? They do. It's on cooldown. So it actually is on cooldown, Andy's buyback, which is very important, because they can force knowing it is a straight 5v4.
oh,
Reed has been caught. He's been Abyssal Blade. He's been brought down. Luckily, he's got buyback, and he'll immediately use it. So it's once again that 5v4, but that's one more key resource on cooldown. That still might not stop the inevitable here. Range racks are easily brought down by the Knight of Dragons. They'll move to the melees. And they'll probably kill us as well pretty easily. At this point, with DK in the vanguard and the remainder of the team in that rear guard, they're fine to just chill.
So I do think Dire should be happy with the racks they've taken, and they just go set up for Roshan now. I think if they're Dire, that's what you do. You set up for Roshan, you say buyback on every hero who can, and you get the Aegis, and then you take the megas. Radiant, they gotta get their waves in real fast and smoke and look to start the fight in a good target like Rubik or Queen of Pain if they can pull them away and like RP them. Um, so I think those are the conditions for both teams roughly.
Well, smoke up on 5. Perhaps it is Hail Mary time, knowing that they're already down 2 racks. If they lose the Roshan, they're going to lose the game. Thunder God's Wrath scouts things out, and naturally, good Twink Hunting begin their eastward march. Rubik, yeah, he's fine. And now they'll smoke his 5. They'll play from the north side. Andy Bendy has been found. They'll dissimulate in time. And there's one more Thunder God's Wrath to scout at this point. Harpoon finds out Josh on the cliff right now.
I think it hexed.
And now Dawnbreaker's gonna rise. At this point, their backline is being stunned by Keshi. Echo Slam hits 2. RP, it's nothing though! Something broke his blink. And now, Echo Slam is stolen by Jamie. Void Spear is dead. Oracle's dead. Keshi will go down. It's an absolute disaster for Royal Andy. The stolen Echo Slam did absolutely nothing. But we're still hunting, and Breeziar has no way out but 6 feet under. Apparently, John did some cardio in that fight, and now in come our buybacks. Shaker, Zeus, Oracle all use them, but Andy Bendy has a lack of gold right now, and now it's a skewer to DK. DK has a... Oh, he BKBs in time. The chain stuns were not sufficient. They were not executed well enough. Therefore, DK walks away. There's another harpoon into another skewer, but a save from Jamie is there this time around. And now, Karan is stunned with a fissure. He'll kill Queen of Pain. It's now once again a 4v4. But notice, look at what Josh doing. He's focusing the buildings. There's another skewer on 2 this time around. But Buffalo's here to fight. Oracle, if he saves Mag, Keshi has to die back on Shaker. Skewer stolen by Jamie. But notice again, look at the buildings. That's 2.5 racks now up. John is focusing for megas. Once again, we skewer. But they'll let the Rubik die. They'll focus the buildings. Good play from Ja. Good target prioritization. That's megas secured. Now it's time to run away. He's got skewer again on Mag in 3. But Ja will simply walk away, it appears. Megas up.
Now that they have gotten megas, though, Andy needs to. Now that they have gotten mega, Andy needs to put the rapier in his quick buy. By the way,
but the problem is, he's a rapier away from rapier.
Yeah, I think that they need to immediately try to take this Aegis. Otherwise, the game's just over. If they let Dire all respawn and take the Aegis for free, I think there's a 0% chance they're doing anything. Yeah, I mean, Dire had a nice push to finally break megas. Cost them a couple lives, but it was well worth it. And if they get this Roshan, I don't see a world where Radiant can play the game anymore. It would also be a free Ags for, I mean, it could be Dragon. I mean, Dragon Knight should buy his own.
I would go Phoenix personally, but you have so many options.
I mean, you have such good options. Queen of Pain Shard or Aghanim's still very good. Rubik already has his. Dawnbreaker doesn't have theirs yet. Still very good.
Oh boy, Phoenix, look at Jaws' angle right now. Look at Jaws' angle. Her mind. It's actually a dead phoenix. Jaws is invis walking around. He's silenced by the Aghanim's Void Spirit. Phoenix now buys back Harpoon. Does nothing thanks to the Ogre Steel Totem of Buffles.
Radiant needs to keep going, by the way. Like they have mega creeps coming under their base. Like you need to either fight them for this Roshan now, or you're they're giving it up. I don't want to. I mean, it's not GG yet, Badger, but I think if they give this up, the game's over. I don't think they could deal with the double life on DK just trying to end the game.
You either go down in glorious battle or you die slowly by attrition. And I think the former is a hell of a lot more fun than the latter, but
Yeah.
well, they'll die slowly instead of dying quickly. They will go out with a whimper and not a bang. There is, of course, the opportunity to perhaps skewer into the fountain, but the problem is we've seen a bit of cognizance from good Twink Hunting. The Shard Lift from Rubik, the Ogre Seal Totems from Dawnbreaker, they've been prepared for the... Obviously, stopping it's not easy, but they're aware of the play. They're ready to react, and as a result, again, they're just going to hit the building, surely. Do you know where the Ags went, by the way?
I can figure it out. I didn't see you pick it up though.
Okay, he went to DK.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a hero who could have bought his own eventually, but so you know what? We're just gonna have our DK.
I mean, I
our
do
number
kind of
one
like
hero,
it because now Badger, now he can have Aegis, second life, right? And then he can also buy back. He can have 3 lives at just literally pushing their base.
Yeah, and he's a little too big to fail, it appears.
Yeah, he might
at
be.
this point, you know, call him AIG. He's gonna walk into the base slowly, invis.
Wait, what is the AIG reference?
They got bailed out because they were too big to fail in 2008 during the Great Recession. They were a bank.
Oh.
Bailed out for billions of dollars.
Okay. I picked that up after you talking about the house and shit. All right, fair.
No, we like throwback references in this channel sometimes.
No, we do. That's fair. Oh, they need to kill that banner, bro. But they don't really have range heroes.
Yeah,
I think they should ban the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think that they should ban
Harpoon, skewer. Is there a play? RP, refresh. Here comes another skewer. Look how deep Jai is right now. He's RP'd again. They finally killed him once, but they need to kill him again. Meanwhile, over to Andy Bendy, he's being stunned by the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker will end up bringing him back over to Jai once again. He's still stunned. No pick. He's trying to run away. He's halfway field. TP away. Is there a kill? No, he just TP's away in the fountain.
It's over.
And now at this point, Keshi will end up going down. The hope is draining from our voices. It's too dead. Keshi
I think Radiant just wanted us to
back.
cast 3 of their games. I'll say it.
It's certainly
match fixing.
possible.
This is match fixing on lads. They wanted to make us cast 3 games, Badger.
Which game was fixed though? Game 1 or Game 2?
Game 2, of course, Badger. Although Andy doesn't lose normal, okay? We can only lose if it's match fixed, bro. Please.
Well, we see Agile in the fountain. Maybe he'll die. No, he doesn't even die. There's no damage. Where is the damage? Sonic Wave hits 1. Breezy R is dragged away. Fox goes down. She's got no buyback. Reed goes down. He's got no buyback. It's Breezy R against 5. And the GG is called. Game 2 goes to good Twink Hunting, and we have a winner-take-all Game 3 on our hands. You know, Jim, this is just what happens with Royal Andy sometimes. This is the Royal Andy experience. Sometimes you win, and it's a pretty cool looking win, but sometimes it's a very much whimper type loss. That was a whimper loss. Didn't go too well for Royal Andy. They were down early. They didn't have all that much life until their net worth lead was a little bit too hard to overcome easily, and in that regards, we're off to Game 3.
Yes, Badger, you are correct. Yes, sir.
All right, on that note, I'm going to cut us to a break between Game 2 and Game 3. My name's Badger, once again joined by Jim, aka Rook, aka Strawberry Shark. We'll see you for Game 3, the winner-take-all Game 3 of Royal Andy versus Good Twink Hunting in a few minutes. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for game number 3, the winner take all game between Royal Andy on the Radiant side and Good Twink Hunting on the Dire side. Of course, I am once again joined by the same guy who's been here for Royal Andy literally all season. It is, of course, brother of Andy Bendy, master of any video game, slash Sea Lion 62, aka Salving 737, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim. How you doing,
Hey,
Jim?
Badger. I'm pretty good. Excited to see Game 3. I mean, it's pretty hyped to have a winners final Game 3, right? I don't.
It is.
We might be a biased cast, but we can still appreciate a good Game 3.
Of course, it's we're in a situation now where we have the trinity of series going on tonight. Of course, Royal Andy, Good Twin Hunting, that are series, perhaps the most important one given is winners finals. Royal Andy, of course, won game one. Good Twin Hunting just won game two in pretty dominant fashion, but it's game three time. Over across the league, of course, there's another series, Bad Faith Blue Shirt versus the Funny Zone. Last time I updated you on that series, Bad Faith Blue Shirt had already won game one, but the Funny Zone have evened it out, so they're also on a winner take all game number three. I believe they're in the landing phase of game three right now. And then game two of Both of Roses versus I guess we do envisage now should still be ongoing. According to Dotabuff, it still is ongoing with Logical and company playing for their tournament lives down 1-0, but once I have an update on that series, I'll try to give one. But for now, we have, of course, game three of Royal Andy Good Twink Hunting. Winner of this game will make the grand finals. Of course, loser still is in the top three, but we have bands Pangolier, SD, Morph, Rubik, Dawnbreaker, Earth
Oh,
Spirit, Brewmaster, Tinker,
I will say that
Magnus.
this is a
Yep,
very nice start to the draft for Royal Andy, in my opinion. Winter Wyvern, very comfort hero for them, very good against Tusk in general. So, yeah, I actually like how they started off a lot. They really struggled to deal with the Dawnbreaker last game. So, I like the ban. Pretty curious to see how this game looks. Night Stalker, ooh.
maybe
I
that's
think there's a decent chance this is just going to be Breezy's hero, by the way.
it could be, and perhaps that'll be at least somewhat of an answer to this. We mentioned after game two, maybe ban Phoenix. Well, they did not ban Phoenix, but at least you have this AoE silence to potentially ruin Phoenix's life. So
Yeah, but Phoenix is also good again. It kind of goes both ways. Because if they get the egg off, then you're super sad as Night Stalker.
fair.
Because egg has priority over your ult, right?
I think so. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think it
I'm pretty
does.
confident it does. And I think, yeah, I think it definitely, yeah, I think it has priority. So that's a pretty big advantage to have on that interaction at least. Okay, Phoenix pickup. I like that as well from Dire. I could see them ending. Oh, Andy's team banned Morphling because draw plays it. Okay. I was gonna say they could have a good Morphling game here, but never mind that idea.
I'm a little bit scared about this Phoenix hero. It went really well for Agile last game, and it's probably going to go well again.
I think it's a little. I mean, like last time they kind of just didn't pick up any heroes that are good at killing it. They still have 3 picks to do that. Um, Already Wyvern is way better at hitting egg than Oracle was from that position. So I don't know. I'm not really that. Like if I'm, I don't know. I'm not that concerned if I'm Radiant. They really just had absolutely no way to hit the egg. Like I think they could easily fix the problem, and then the hero doesn't look nearly as effective.
And we've got the Dragon Knight, so good twin hunting. They had a very successful game number two. They'll run with an extraordinarily similar macro strategy. You have this Tusk, who obviously is not Rubik, but should function in somewhat similar ways. And then, of course, Phoenix DK once again. So
Yes.
this time around, you've got the Timbersaw, a bit more of a direct DK counter, and they'll follow up the Willow, who, again, as far as supports go, is a pretty decent. I mean, outside of Snapfire, Willow's one of the better egg hitting support heroes. So this could work out decently.
Yeah. On the one hand, Timbersaw pretty useless against Phoenix in terms of egg. On the other hand, it looks like a really good Timbersaw game so far, Badger. Just in terms of being able to like uh get a lot of value out of Whirling Death. So far those are all strength heroes, right? All 3 of them. No, none of that universal stuff, right? Those are just like
Mm,
3 strength heroes they picked, or is
mm,
Phoenix universal now?
Phoenix might be universal.
Phoenix is universal. Okay, I was wrong. So the 2 strength heroes and a
The
universal.
thing is,
Eh,
he's formerly a strength hero. He was not born a universal soldier. He was once a strength hero, and in my
true.
heart, Phoenix is still a strength hero.
I'm with you, Badger. I'm with you.
Of course, this is a legendary. Wait, could this be the role swap game and put Keshi on 3 and then read in the legendary Dark Willow?
Oh, I could see that. Kind of, I could see that idea. I could see it.
Because obviously Reed generally plays offline for this team, but like there's been a couple of games this season, like 2 or 3 games where Reed has played 4.
Yeah.
Keshi has played 3, obviously a hero based thing, and well, perhaps this is the game for it. You have the Dark Willow.
Templar.
We also
I
have
don't.
the Templar
I
Assassin.
don't. They're really all in on physical damage against Winter Wyvern. Like DK, very like they're really physical damage heavy into Wyvern. I actually don't really like this TA pick.
It's a hero that
I could see the TA pick proving me wrong, but so far I'm not a believer.
it's a hero that Jaw is very confident on. It's a hero that traditionally he's done very well on in lads. And if you think about sort of playing up tempo, end of the game relatively early, then TA DK. I mean, that's a great combo to do it. Grab early Roshans, grab early towers, and then I think last game was like 49 minutes. With TA DK, you can have things done by
Yeah, we're just
35.
gonna have to see how the rest of the job pans out too. But I will say right now, like it looks like a really good game for the Timber Saw and also Dark Willow. Wait, didn't they pick TA after? I think like Dark Willow is really good against TA because the shard on TA is pretty good against Dark Willow, but the rest of the kit is not so good against Dark Willow. Dark Willow has anti like is really good at being anti jumped on. Um, they have like good damage and stuns for like TA. Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, hypothetically, Jadis pulls some like Ferrari 430 versus RTK Greenbrier cosplay type shit, decides blades through and kills Dark Willow anyways.
I
But
mean maybe, but I'm just saying like this is not. I think that like I I I liked Darjot a lot more until I saw the TA. The TA is not. I don't think the TA was the play here. I mean,
probably not.
Winter Wyvern, like Fox is, I think Fox has been owning on Winter Wyvern super hard, and like TA is just so bad against Winter Wyvern at every point in the game, more or less.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know. I mean, I could very well be proven wrong, you know, but I'm just saying it's. I would not have picked TA if I was them, even if I was a massive TA player.
We do have pretty limited reserve time for good twin hunting, so about half a minute for Buffles to figure out the mid lane hero for Karan. We're assuming it's mid lane hero. We're assuming it's 3 DK mid or not mid carry TA. Of course,
I
we
could
could
very
be
well
wrong
still
about
see it
that.
being DK mid though, too. Honestly, they could still be picking offlane.
I
It's
don't
not
think. I mean,
unthinkable.
I don't think it's really Karan hero. I mean, I'm sure it's DK. He can play it obviously,
Yeah.
but if I'm Karan, I don't want Karan playing that.
I think maybe Lesh could be good. I think I kind of like the idea of like Lesh. They have to make sure he doesn't get one shot, but if he doesn't, he can. I think Lesh looks good here for Dire. I don't know if they're. Ooh, the
Whoa,
disruptor.
is that Tusk
Wait,
mid then?
or Phoenix 3? Maybe Phoenix 3, Tusk 4, Disruptor 5.
That's a little psycho as well, though. This is not what I expected. I think Disruptor actually had a bit of a significant patch notes, right?
Did they? I actually didn't. I don't know. That's a great question, Badger. That's a great question. Let's go. I'm gonna go check in the Dota client. No, just our level 15 talent got changed a little bit. It's nothing better to be
Oh,
honest. It honestly doesn't matter like at all. It would have been
okay.
kind of hyped if it did though.
I must have misread. I thought somebody said something about like a thunder strike or something. I assumed that this meant Disruptor. I honestly didn't read it
Uh,
that closely, but
yeah, you're fine. You're chilling, but yeah. So what does Royal Andy? I mean, I assuming they need an Andy hero here.
is
Um,
this the Lifestealer game actually?
no, because I think Disruptor is rather good against it. Because you disrupt like because when you get ulted, you can't unfettered. Like it doesn't work if you're silenced.
I mean, okay.
Okay. Aside from Disruptor, it is a good game for it though. To be honest,
If you're going unfettered, you buy a BKB anyways, though, right?
I think this game you would, yeah.
So
Ideally, you don't have to buy
then
any BKB,
you
but
would just have unfettered BKB for
I
Disruptor.
could see honestly, Badger. The more I think on it, I could kind of see it actually. It's not a bad game for it.
In this game, you cannot go Voice Spirit. This game, surely you can't go
I
Voice
hope. I
Spirit.
really hope they don't. I think Void Spirit looks because Void Spirit is really bad into TA core. Like,
And then Morphling's banned, Luna's nerfed, Medusa's nerfed.
what
Honestly,
are
Andy's got
Andy
a
range
large.
trips? Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, we have they had an arc
Actually,
warden yet this
they
season?
have really little means of, unless this Phoenix is insanely strong and can just dive on top of Arc Warden. They're actually really bad at dealing with it. I think this is an insanely good Arc Warden pick, and I actually I think the biggest question for whether Arc Warden carries this game Badger,
Mhm.
it's how hard is Arc Warden to play on his laptop.
Oh, that could be a
I
problem.
actually think that is the number one factor of whether they'll win or not, because they're really bad against Arc Warden. Like all like um because like it doesn't like bubble push you yeah, I think this is like an insanely good Arc Warden game. um Actually, I do think they're early lane. I think that they could get owned in this lane if they don't keep creep equilibrium in a good spot the entire lane Badger. I do think they could get giga owned.
So, I looked it up. Andy has not played Arc Warden yet this season. But let me tell you a story. And Jim, obviously, it's
Yeah,
more. This is more for
I
the.
was there for the
This
story.
is for the chat. You were there for the story.
Yeah.
So, we're playing in lads. This is season number 12. We are in a situation where it is an elimination game against the human extraction team with Ultra Gunner and Lens and for that matter Reed for the, and they're about to eliminate our ass. And what do we pick for Andy Bendy with 24 pick? It's Arc Warden. You see, it's our
Ever.
season.
They just I think
And
teams
then
forgot about it, Badger.
literally in the next series, we're once again on our tournament lives. We're playing this legendary logical pan team with Gek. And what do we pick? 24 pick. We pick
Shark Warden.
we pick Arc Warden. And once
Shark
again,
Warden.
they are. I guess technically it's not tournament lives on the line, but this is winners bracket on the line. And they've, for the first time all season, pull out the Andy Bandy Arc Warden. So this should be fantastic. If you are just joining us, welcome to the winners finals of the lads season 16, some of the finest North American amateur Dota 2 action. My name is Badger. I'm joined by former DPC player Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Strawberry Shark, and we are
Yo yo.
here for the winner game here. This is it. Winner makes the grand finals. Loser, I guess
I
maybe
think
the
this
losers
game is all
finals.
about if they can slow down. I think a lot of this game is predicated on like how Dyer plays the lane on the off lane, and I think on if they can like make early rotations on Andy. Because the more I think about this game, the more I think, oh my god, it's a really free arc warding game. Like they also have save heroes and like they have like ways to like make the game last long. I just yeah yeah. I think this is a I think this could be a really Andy 1v9 type game. Yeah, we'll have to see how it actually plays out though. But those are my thoughts, legally and legally speaking, like both in both capacities.
Excited for the new Mountain Dew product. Baja, put your heart and soul into this one.
I don't get it. I
Some
don't.
more. There's been some goons all chatting all day here, where it's like Baja Blast, but now it's Baja, put your heart and soul into this one.
Okay.
So,
Yes, sir, Badger. Yes, sir.
uh,
Woo.
all right, is it actually the? So it's actually Keshi playing the Willow, Reed playing the Night Stalker. I was hoping
I mean, to be
for.
honest, I think that since they don't need the Dark Willow to go like Midas and be like another core, because they have Arc Warden to deal with Egg and just Arc Warden to just be the core, singular. Uh, I actually think it's a little better that it's not. I don't think you really want Reed playing his like greedy style of Dark Willow with an Arc Warden on your team. I just don't think doesn't sound like the best setup for me.
You were right though. I think you already mentioned it, but it is indeed the Phoenix 3, which
No, I mean the moment I saw Disruptor, it started like it became like the only thing that made sense. Like otherwise, like they're just just goofing off.
and then it actually is Ja playing the TA still, but he's playing it mid. So you have Karan playing safely. And obviously, if you know your lad's history, Karan has played a number of seasons from the carry role, but we have not seen it all that much in recent seasons. So we are once again back to Karan in the carry role for a game.
Yeah, BZR a decent bit low honestly, but he actually has a better first two waves in terms of last hits. Gonna get his bottle right now, so shouldn't be a big deal for him. Curious to see how I feel like this lane could be volatile. I don't know enough about TA Timber in the year of 2024 though, so I'm no expert here.
And you just don't see that much TA mid, and then whenever Timbersaw's mid, usually there's not much analysis required. Where either he's gonna win the lane automatically or he won't.
Yes.
Over to bot lane. There's no first blood quite yet. It's a close call, and there's first blood. Jamie on the Tusk gets the last hit, bringing down our protagonist, Arc Warden.
Yeah. Nice little kill for them. I do think the Dire should win this lane. The question is how hard are they gonna win it, and are they actually gonna like force Andy into woods earlier? Like, I don't think it's a question of it's gonna be a big question of how hard they win the lane.
Mhm.
There's only so much magic that Fox and Andy can pull off to actually win a lane like this.
Yeah,
Although this is a really good trade for them. So as I say
the
that,
absolute last hold that Buck. Stop lane Agile's gonna get run down eventually. The absolute last wait, is he fine at Agile? There's no way, right?
no, he's dead.
Okay, so the absolute latest Andy can be in this lane is when Phoenix has 6. If Phoenix has 6, I'm pretty sure he just kills Andy pretty easily.
When Phoenix has 6, you're pretty sure he just kills Andy easily.
Like, surely.
I mean, if he has it first, but like the moment Andy gets 6, he'll just kill the egg if you do it when you know what I mean. It's not so black and white.
The way this lane is trending, though, it appears to be
Yeah, but the
Phoenix
thing is,
first.
Badger, you have to think how much longer is Phoenix gonna have 6 before Arcorn doesn't, and also like, are they gonna be able to actually stop him from getting his level 6 by his tower in that situation? I'm not saying they can't do it, to be clear. I'm just saying it's not like Dire has a stronger lane right now, and they really they want to build a bigger lead than the lead they currently have in this lane. And when I say want, I mean they also like should. Like I like if this is the level of difference between the offlaner and the carry at minute 6, then you've lost the lane straight up. If that makes sense.
That is true.
Taos Phoenix should be really strong against this early on. Like they should have a really long window of just being like 30 times stronger than their opponent.
And when you play a lane like this, there's no time like the present. And if you don't do something, you lose the point of picking these heroes. So it's time to play Dota 2. There's no sitting back and being useless. It's either you play Dota 2 right now or you have problems.
Yes.
You know, there's some lanes you can just kind of sit back and be useless, and then you'll be useful later. Right? Arc Warden, right? Arc Warden Wyvern. You can do absolutely nothing as long as you don't get run over completely. Things are okay.
Yes. I'm yes pilled right now, Badger, my bad.
Yes, indeedy. Top
Yeah.
lane, we see another brawl breaking on out over there, but again, Agile uses his glimpse button, and then the fight's over.
Yeah. So far this is a pretty slow laning phase, honestly. They did get that nice kill on Rockford at the start, but they haven't really been able to actually like get a lot of denies off it or anything like that. They haven't really killed them again either, so game slowed down significantly, which is just always going to be in the case of Dire. I mean, like, this just looks like an amazing Arc Warden game. This game really is like, can Dire stop the Arc Warden? It doesn't matter if you shut down the Night Stalker, it doesn't matter if you shut down the Timber Saw. This is an extremely good Arc Warden game, and they have a very strong save hero against a very high physical damage lineup on Dire with Winter Wyvern, so yeah.
Here we go, top lane. We're running on forward on Night Stalker. It is indeed nighttime, therefore, well, it's actually now daytime. At the end of nighttime, Reed secures a little bit of extra XP and gold his direction.
Yes.
It definitely messes with your head a little bit when, now it's daytime.
Yes, Badger. Yes, sir.
There's certain things that, you do biomechanically. I pressed my Y key, which puts on net worth when it turns to nighttime the first time. But now I have to, do it consciously in the daytime because, it's now day at minute 5:45, so...
Oh, I just dude, Night Stalker's actually the top now, too. Yo, Reed's owning. Good for him. He's on a really nice lane.
Hot lane, we're brawling. We're really brawling. Fox embraces herself. But as a result, now Andy has gone on. Dive comes through from Buffles. It'll be a death on Arc Warden, and now they'll head to Fox.
And they get earn charges.
They'll tick down. There's more earn
Breezy
charges.
might be able to get a return kill, though.
He chains forward. He's looking for the kill. He's got chain again.
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. There's no way.
And there it is. Now Jamie got a shot for him. Because he got 6 from the kill on Phoenix. And he gets another kill because of it.
I mean, I think even without the 6, bro, the moment Jamie showed he died, like he just should have accepted that the Phoenix was dead. It turns what was a really big win for Dire into pretty meh. I mean, they killed Arc Warden, which is still good, but they accelerated Timber's game a lot. Timber got like a lot out of that.
Yeah, I think it would have been a win for Dire if Keshi didn't get the mid XP. But Keshi, he actually got the mid XP, so... The one thing you would have lost, you still maintained.
Yes.
All right, so hear me out. Uh, we had masterclass game from Breezy R, game one. We had a FDR game two. But it's like we're once again we're rotating back. It's like the tide. It goes in, it goes out. But once again, we're
Yeah.
masterclass Breezy R game three.
Uh, I like that he's going this blade mail first. I do hope he gets an early blink though. I think that would be like I probably honestly prefer he gets it before blade mail, but overall I like the blade mail. I'm gonna do my classic item check on people. Reed going the I don't really like that he's rushing phylactery by the way here. I think phylactery first item Night Stalker is generally pretty good. I just don't like it a lot here.
Why not?
Yeah. Um, I think he'd be better served just buying stats and getting a blink and finding people. Like, I think his only job is to stand in front of Andy in team fights and
Well, we're gonna
find
see
people.
Night Stalker use his not phylactery right now to fight bottom lane. Andy Benny gets embraced by a Fox. But is there enough heal? No, there is not. The Blood Grenade gets the last hit, and now we see DK diving for more, looking for Kashi, looking for Fox. They're both on the run right here, right now. Ice Shards hit the Wyvern, and that will be a dead Wyvern. She's on down.
Will Timbersaw be able to find something in?
Here we go. He's fighting the one
Oh.
before, but the chakra misses.
Missed the chains and chakra. That's
And
painful.
now, again, he's stunned by the DK. He's got 10 one charge to still chain forward. No chakra on the floor, but, well, I may have cursed Breezy R a little bit with my previous comments.
Cheat, Badger. Messed up. Shouldn't be cursing people, Badger.
I didn't intentionally do it, I swear.
Okay, alright, alright. Fair enough. I'm just saying, you know, like, you gotta be respectful, Badger. You can't be cursing him.
It is, of course, 3 deaths. So look over at Ja mid lane. They're going to try to kill the TA. I don't know if they can, but they're going to try anyways. Why, and there's a new refraction for the TA. And with the new refraction, it looks like Ja's going to be fine. He actually held the illusion room the entire time. Meanwhile, bot lane, oh, Breezy R is glimpsed back to the fountain, but before he gets glimpsed back, he kills Agile anyways. Over to top lane, meanwhile, never mind.
Andy is getting to sit mid and farm around mid safely, which is pretty good for him. He definitely is having a rather muted start, but his other two cores are doing really well, and they'll be able to make a lot of space for him if they pop off. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Badger, by the way, before I cut you off?
I was just going to say that around the league, once again, an update on the other series. I guess we do envisage now. They won game 2 versus Wilted Roses, so they too bring it to a game 3. We have the Trinity of Series tonight, and all 3 go to that third game, so we get 9 games out of 9 tonight. So it's all winner take all. And of course, for the other 2 series, there are 2 teams that will go home, unlike this series where one team will still make top 3, and the other team will make top 2.
Yes, Badger, yes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is a, oh, never mind, nothing. I thought there'd be a fight bottom lane, but instead, actually, there is a fight bottom lane. Supernova has been used, and it's going to certainly die. Parisi R, got almost said FDR in accident. Gets the kill there on the Phoenix. Supernova.
One thing is, they did not get a tower with their first. Oh, Andy thing is just dead though. Oh no, Andy wants to hold the mid tower, but Andy cannot hold mid tower.
I mean, he gets the ulti off, so maybe he can get some vengeance skills. Breezy R TP's in. Chakram has been used. Fox is here. Keshi is here. Ja will haste away, and it will be a dead Jamie Tusk.
They hold the tower, but at the cost of Andy, which I'm not sure is the trade you want to make this game.
Well, it's a trade that has occurred, though.
Yeah, you were correct on that, Badger. You were correct on that.
Did they like make the Arc Warden duration way longer? Is it 60 seconds now? What? Huh.
I don't know.
You just farm with the 60-second duration Tempest double.
You got a problem with that, bro?
Maybe it's not that bad that he died then. He's still farming.
I mean a little bit. I mean, like okay. So now he has the Midas, and now is when it starts. But his hero definitely wants to be accelerated.
Sure.
I will say Timbersaw is a great hero to have a nice like lead on because you can tank a lot of ganks and make a lot of space because you're Timbersaw. So that's really all you have to say on that one, Badger, because you're Timbersaw.
I mean, it's just factual. There's sometimes in Dota you need very complicated analysis, but sometimes you can just say, He's Timbersaw.
Yeah, bro. Pushes waves fast, kills heroes fast, and he's super tanky when he's ahead. So that's kind of all you need.
Especially the third. You know, it's funny. Sometimes in sports, right? You have like these Hall of Fame debates. Like in the NFL, only a certain number of players can make the Hall of Fame in any given year. Actually, I told the angle. It's not very important. Tusk is just gonna die. But you know, there's certain. Sometimes you have to like debate the players who's gonna the merits who's gonna make the Hall of Fame. Sometimes like, oh yeah, Tom Brady. You know, you just sit down. No debate needed. It's like Timbersaw. Just say Timbersaw. No debate needed. Mid lane, Wyvernalty is there on Templar, Assassin, Curse Crown.
I think Jaw is just dead in then.
They're certainly going to try.
Yeah,
the
just
team is
dead.
on the way to save. They're using everything they can. Blink and Bike around to stun, Reed, and Ja holds his ground. And Supernova
Oh my god.
will turn things around.
Oh, nope,
It's
he
still a
just
dead
died.
TA anyways, though, despite the best efforts of the entirety of good Twink hunting. And now Agile will be the new target. He's tanking some Arc Warden damage. Reed will ascend. And at this point, it may be a trade for Keshi. Look at Buffles. He's got very little HP. Keshi goes down, Buffles goes down. That's a 3-for-2 trade. The Tempest Double is still fighting. Look at Karan's HP. He doesn't have it. He's going to end up being brought down now 4-for-2, and it's just Tusk. I don't think you can play this game anymore on Jamie, because you're going to join your team in the grave. It's a full 5. It's a triple kill for Andy Bendy.
Badger. Ooh, that is. If you're a Royal Andy fan, guys, and you see a team fight, Arc Warden moves to the top of net worth. He is not dead. All right, guys, it's looking like an Andy Bandy Arc Warden game. I'm gonna say it, or I'm gonna say it. Okay, it's an Andy Bandy Arc Warden game. We're about to see a master class, I think.
And now
It's time,
top, they're going to
Badger.
get killed Jaw again. You know, there's a phrase back when in the Roman military when they had the old system where they would say it's come to the Triarii when it's time to really pull out the big guns. You know, sort of like break glass in case of emergency. And that's the Andy Bendy Arc Warden. They are breaking glass in case of emergency. You need to win this game. You bring out the Arc Warden.
Also, I will say Breezier is like he looked like he was getting hit a lot early on in the lane, and I was like, man, I don't really see Breezier play Timber. I wonder how it's gonna go. But Breezier is having an ownage game too. I've seen Reed Knight Soccer before. I know Reed Knight Soccer is legit, and he's having a good game. Honestly, everyone's like playing well in Radiant. Like,
Well, they realized Andy Bendy was owning. They're going to kill him mid lane? Wait a minute, he's actually not even dead yet. He's saved by Fox!
Fox!
He's saved
Fox.
by Fox! It's probably still a dead Arc Warden, but no! Another save from Fox! Is Andy finally dead? Ice shards! That'll
Oh,
do
he
it.
is.
But that's bait in time. They're so deep under the tower right now.
Oh,
Agile
Breezier's
goes
coming
down.
in too.
In comes the Chakram. In comes the Whirling Death. In goes many more kills. That's the 3-for-1. Sure, you kill Arc Warden, but it cost you a lot.
Well played by all of Radiant, honestly. They all played that well, but big props to Fox. The Wyvern play was really good. Like, gets Andy with the E, waits till the very end. The creeps get dragged over to DK, ult on DK. He's stuck in it. It was, it was like very well played. It was really good. Yeah.
It's been a one of the stories of the night. It's a lot of baiting going on, and that was just masterful right there.
Yeah. Very well played. Yeah. When you have a 5k gold lead already, with an Arc Warden
Is
into
Keshi
like,
going to soul kill
oh
Jamie?
man.
Wait a minute, Jamie's in a lot of danger. Now Reed ascends. He's being gone on by Buffalo. Supernova has been used, but he's somehow still free pathing despite it being daytime because he's ascended. Which looks a little bit weird to watch. And as a result, Reed will barely be saved by Fox in time, I think. Yeah, barely saved in time. And now there's a glimpse. Breeziar is brought back towards his team, but still a very much in danger Karan. Chakram will finish the double kill for the Timber Saw, make it a 6k lead. And Royal Andy are in a very royal position. They are perhaps divinely inspired. Chakram will break the refraction of John. John is just so damaged. He's dead.
Yeah, it is not PDR this game. It is not Kashid. Okay,
No, it is not.
it's what were the nicknames that he gave them?
It is
Oh,
fragile
Buffeeden.
and it's Buffeeden.
Fragile and the feet and are struggling. I'm sorry. That was rude. Okay, it was uncalled for, but Yeah. Listen, we say it. We're a Royal Andy biased cast, all right?
Keshi's being gone on, and he perfectly threads the needle on the terrorize. And now at this point, Reed walks forward for a kill on Agile. Agile apparently is fine. Snowball stuns 2 from Jamie. Agile not as Andy Bendy, but it may be a trade very soon. Reed is again saved by Fox. DK dies, Tusk dies, 3 kills for Royal Andy.
I mean, Radiant, everyone is escaping, no one's dying. This is looking like a stomp. I think usually it's pretty rare that I would see this advantage at this time and be like, oh, the game's over. But I mean, I think Arc Warden I think it's a really free Arc Warden game, and I think I'm not seeing the comeback here, Badger. I'm calling it here, okay?
You know, Jim, there's an important phrase, and it's if you come at the king, you best not miss. The Dire, they tried Regicide, they tried
True.
treason, but they have failed at their goal, and this is an uphill battle right now. It's not impossible.
Badger, that is very true.
And now Karan's been caught. He was trying to farm. That's since a perfect map movements from Reed, Fox, and Keshi.
Although I will say that I think the TA build is like, I think TA needs to have I think putting your TA mid and then not getting a blink and your shard, because okay, TA in theory is actually pretty good against the Radiant support, specifically when they have a shard and a blink, because they can actually like.
Oh, look at Andy. He's so low top lane, but he's not dead. He's once again just not dead.
Oh, this is really sad.
Meanwhile, mid lane,
I feel bad for the
they're
Tusk.
going and diving Buffles. Buffles goes down as well. There's a static storm. They're trying to kill Breezy R, but he wants. They can't even kill this man. They'll finally bring him down, but it's again another 3 for 1 across the map. Oh boy. What can you do at a certain point? This is an absolute beatdown.
Yeah. I think TA is gonna be useless the entire game. I think they needed to buy a Blink Dagger and a Shard, and get a lot of kills. And I think since that didn't happen, Badger, I think that it has to be the Dragon Knight or the Phoenix. Honestly, I think that the Phoenix has to I think they have to actually funnel a bunch of gold into Phoenix. I think Phoenix is legit their best chance of coming back in this game. Having the Phoenix somehow farm Ashiva's Radiance, you know, something wacky like that, Badger. Art, just be crazy strong on Phoenix and 1v9 for your team.
Well, Jamie, try for a bit of a play, but the only play he makes is a one-way ticket to the
Badger,
Aether Realm.
You know, obviously we're a biased cast, all right. But how do you see Dire getting back into this game? What's the path? What's the path out of the Arc Warden?
I genuinely, because usually, you know, the problem with Arc Warden is he's just behind the stage of the game. But maybe if Breezy R just dies bottom lane for no good reason, but yeah, that's something. But they need more, they need a couple more free DR plays for that to happen.
Okay, I do think they need to gank Andy. They can't just let Andy get net worth infinitely. So, I think the problem I think Badger is that since they're playing against Arc Warden and it's actually a really good Arc Warden game. Even if one of the 3 cores of Radiant become totally useless, I actually just don't think it matters. I don't know, bro. I think this is a crazy free Arc Warden game.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the 24 pick came through. Is they held it, and you know what? It's time.
He gets a Hurricane Pike, a bot, a BKB, or I don't know, Scotty. He can buy whatever he wants. He's just gonna destroy him.
Well, again, if you're good to win content, I guess you have to capitalize on some feeds. You need to get Roshan. You have TA. This hero is the first to get a Roshan. You need to monopolize that if you can.
Yeah.
Only problem. Dire scan. They know.
Okay, I mean they could get an.
But...
Oh, where did Phoenix? Oh no, Phoenix just TP. Oh, I actually think they needed to try to contest this. Oh, Badger, I think it's looking kind of choker.
Yeah, one might say too low.
I thought he was TPing to the. I thought he was TPing to the outpost, Badger. I was like, oh, this is gonna be really good for them. They can throw fire spirits and try to scout, right? But yeah, that didn't happen, and Now they have an Aegis on Timbersaw. I actually, I mean, Andy doesn't really need it, I guess. Would it be better on Night Stalker though? What do you think, Badger?
I mean,
I can take on either
honestly,
way.
it's one of those Breezy R hypothetically should be dying less, but it is Breezy R, so you're playing the player, not the hero.
Well, Night Stalker right now
else.
has a really aggressive build. He has a Phylactery and a Blink Dagger, right? Like he doesn't have like
Again, logically,
doesn't have, like, a lot of...
you're entirely right from a logical perspective. But Royal Andy, they're playing the player, not the hero.
All right,
Like,
that's fair.
they're
That's
just
fair.
playing.
That's fair.
They're just playing the player.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Like nothing you're saying is wrong. Everything you're saying is correct, but I know why they're doing it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's working for them this game, so who are we to doubt, Badger?
And Reed's a bit of a Houdini sometimes. He just
I wonder if
lives-
they're gonna actually push high ground. I think they're gonna. I think they are at least forcing them home. But I wonder if they actually have interest in hitting high ground.
Well, they're TPing
Okay,
back now.
Andy's like actually TPing back now. Okay.
Did Jamie
Oh,
just
the-
grab 2 Wisdom Runes?
Oh my god, he did. Oh, that's actually an amazing play by that guy. Holy shit. Well played. Oh, he's
Now-
gonna die for it.
Oh,
Still a good
Ja
play.
TP'd away. If Ja goes down there, that's a disaster. But Ja lives. It's only Jamie. I guess it's been 9 minutes since they were actually here last, because it was double Wisdom Rune.
Yeah. That was actually a really good play for Dire. I mean, they gave it Arc Warden a kill, but they got a lot of XP out of that Badger. Oh my god. They got a lot of XP.
All right, so I want you to look over at the net worth of the Willow.
Yes.
He is
Oh,
about
yeah.
to surpass 2 course.
Oh my god. Dude, I didn't realize Keshi was so rich. Oh my god. Dude, Keshi's been a part of 25 of the kills. Oh my god,
Oh.
Keshi's gone beast mode, bro.
Radiant-
Keshi is just like the silent MVP of this game. Holy shit.
You know, Radiant.
8-2-17, like,
Oh yeah.
insane net worth. Sorry, you go Badger.
I was hoping that Radiant would take their own Tormentors. That way he would literally be like 4th in net worth after that.
Oh.
Hold
that
that
would be
thought, because we see Templar Assassin in danger. Is there a save? They'll attempt to a Static Storm, but despite being silenced, Radiant fight anyways. TA turns with Meld. Wyvern Curse will be there only on the DK. DK is being kited around as well. Wyvern's the first step of the team fight. TA remains alive. Breezy R will finish off the DK's life, and now Ja is fighting with Keshi. Keshi is Hurricane piked away by Ja. And now, once again, we see Jamie being gone on by Timbersaw. Timbersaw will eventually secure a kill as Ja is brought down by Reed. Jamie blinks away, but at this point, good Twink Hunting are crumbling. Supernova has been used and Supernova has been lost. Jamie somehow is still alive. Eventually, the Chakram will finish his life. Over to Agile, his TP is successful. That is, well, not going to change the result. It is a 4-for-2, a dominant win for Royal Andy, and they are going to, of course, hit some buildings. I think.
Yeah, Badger. I mean,
Radiant's bottom tower
Royal Andy's just they're on point, bro. They're on point.
You know, this is if you're,
Like this is a game where there's just like all of them are having good performances. You know, it's not like anyone's even like slacking. Like they're just all playing really well. They took a slightly tough start to the early game a little bit. I mean, there were a few kills for Dire, but I don't know. Then they started team fighting around mid, and the game's been uphill for Radiant ever since. They've now broken all tier 2s, as Badger lovingly pointed out with his drawings.
of course.
Could you draw a ferret running away from me in RuneScape 3?
No, I tried. It's hard. It's hard.
You tried,
I'm not very good
no,
at
it is
Maybe
difficult, it's difficult.
Put a tail up there. I don't know.
You have to get because then you have to get the tail. Then you have to also put the squeak line that it like says, and when you know what I mean.
Thing is, the lines don't last very long in Dota. They last
I
like-
know,
they
I
last
know.
like 10
It's
seconds.
you have to be both very fast and very precise, Badger. It's tough. Okay, I respect it.
Yeah, that's about, by my count, 10 seconds. About 10, 11 seconds. So not that long. I'm not a very precise drawer, nor am I a very speedy drawer. So
Yeah, I will say
chance.
right now, I think if the Radiant wanted to like totally like what's the expression? I don't know, not let their opponent do anything. I actually think they should go back and chill right now until natural nighttime. I think they just wait for natural nighttime, farm their side of the map, and then they just go push high ground with with that. I think that's actually like the most easy way to win going forward. Andy's backing. Okay, this is really good. This is good. Oh wait, Andy? They should know that Andy's gone.
Mhm.
They got Radiant needs to leave their triangle. That is not.
Luckily, they are still staying together as 4, so they're leaving no man behind.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like it is their arc warden who TP'd away, right? Like if they get collapsed on this 5, that's like the only kind of fight that Dire can win.
I think Radiant, with their vision, knew that Dire were not fully grouped as 5, so they were a little more.
Yeah, but
willing
like
to
you
play.
you can like smoke like 2 people, have
Yeah.
everyone else TP, and like it's really not that. It's not that. I think Dire's been playing well enough this series for me to think that they could have gone for it. I'm actually a little surprised they didn't. That kind of makes me think that they're lost because like that was actually your best chance to make a play. Like Arc Warden can't connect. He doesn't have bots.
And we saw the ping. I think it was Karan who pinged. So
Yeah.
they were aware, but they're just not
No,
aware in time.
I think that was legit their best chance of getting back in the game like easily. Outside of Andy just literally like walking his main hero like into them like a complete noob. Like that's really that was actually a decent chance for them, but they did not
Mhm.
they didn't quite look.
Well, here we go. It's Ascension time. Jamie will snowball dodge the Curse Crown stun. And he'll blink away. He's still ascended on Reed, but I don't think he's going to do all that much. He's going to dive anyways, but that simply forces, I guess, his BKB out of Reed. He's just diving further, still doing very little of value. And he'll get away now.
Yeah. Dude, TA still doesn't have shard. I think. Yeah. I mean, the shard is really good against enemy supports.
Karan's dead.
Oh.
He is so dead.
Wait. Oh, Karan. Wait. Karan needs to cube a BKB, bro. I mean, you're
He's
playing
like
DK and.
Pike. I don't know. Oh, Curse
No,
Crown stuns too. What a great stun from Keshi.
I mean, it's probably
Static
just
Storm
over
is the
anyways.
counter play, but it's a dead Agile Disruptor. It's a dead Jaw Templar Assassin. Unless Jamie, the perfect save, isn't good enough. It actually is. What a great save from Jamie. And now it's Keshi dead. Jaw still alive. There's a Gleipnir on Buffles.
Oh.
And Buffles is dead.
Badger, I think they're going grand finals.
I think they're going grand finals too.
Will Andy be able to win a lads championship now that he doesn't have us holding him back, Badger?
Perhaps.
That's the big question. If Andy wins this, me, you, and Tint are all in shambles.
I think at least Tint has a. I think he made a finals without us though, because season 6 Tint made finals.
Yeah, but
so.
they didn't win, did they?
Yeah, but they were playing Prime
Yeah,
Dark
but
W though.
that's gonna mean Andy will have been the okay with Badger. Come on, like it's gonna make Andy like so much cooler than all of us. Come on, we can admit it, Badger.
It's fair, but I mean Prime Dark W was good at Dota.
All right, I'm just saying. All right, listen. All right, I'm just saying. Maybe it was me, you, and Tint all holding Andy back, but maybe we're all the problem in life.
That's fair.
Maybe Andy is the one in the prophecy who's gonna free Xiaoping Badger.
Well, here we go. BKB again from
Oh.
Reed. He's walking in. He's walking away. The T3 is dead. The Tempest Double stands his ground. Static Storm will do not all that much. And now Reed ascends. Keshi blinks in. Oh, Curse Crown Agile. Agile has fallen. I repeat, Agile has fallen. And Buffles is very low as well. Breezy R is just so tanky. The racks are not being focused, which is pretty good for the Dire side, but eventually they will end up falling. Walrus Punch hits Breezy R, Snowball Stun will follow. Reed once again is diving. They want to kill the TA, and TA will Hurricane Pike her. No, it's still a death. It was a good Hurricane Pike, but it wasn't good enough. Double kill for Andy Bendy, and now we're back to the racks. Once again, Karan will, of course, after the Breezy R pursues. Reed pursues. They'll eventually bring him down. Supernova's on the floor, but maybe it'll kill Keshi, but nothing else. And even then, they have not killed Keshi. Buffles will try desperately, but it's not going to work. And now, I think he's dead as well, actually. Never mind, no, he's not. But, wait, Sunray?
Actually, yours
Now
was
it's
nice.
Breezy R who's coming in again.
Oh wow.
Phoenix will get forced staff forward by the Radiant team, and that'll be the kill. Racks are down. There's just no angle.
Indy's freeing Xiaoping for us, Badger.
He really is. This is what we've been wanting for so long.
Yes.
So at this point,
Roshan is
yeah,
up, by the way, and
you just grab second Roshan
Yeah.
to win the game, right?
yeah, I mean, pretty much, yeah. Pretty sure that on that last barracks push, they didn't even have Andy's like Tempest double up, I think. So
It died, yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
literally
like
just outright died.
it didn't really matter at all. Like they still kind of just took racks. So now they have more gold, more EXP, an Aegis and banner. So yeah, I think like what else is there to say, Badger?
I mean,
I think this is probably like Andy's best hero, honestly. And I think Andy's like insanely good at this hero.
yeah.
Like this is Andy's laptop arc warden.
And the thing is, he's gonna be on his actual computer for grand finals too, so that's gonna be a level
True.
up.
Well, he'll get. I think actually the biggest thing is that like he like he can't play heroes like PL or Naga or stuff like that on his laptop because it actually like it's like the frames are actually just too bad Badger the whole game.
You know, very popular heroes nowadays. PL and Naga, yes. I mean, I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, I legit think PL is like very pickable and WAD. And I think Andy's really good at the hero, and it's like I don't know. I think Andy's really good at the hero, and he gets really farmed.
And the good part is because he'll be in grand finals, that'll be enough time for like Andy to like play leagues and then get a little burned out on leagues to actually start scrimming again. Big Gibby from diving tier 4s. Disruptor surely will die. Despite the Sunray heal. He has no buyback. He's got no buyback. It's 2 racks down. And Reed once again blinks in for the Buffalo skill. Buffalo's is dead. Terrorize hits Jaw. And the Curse on 3 from Fox. That could be the dagger. Jamie will attempt to save. Static Storm is on the floor, but it's a dead Templar Assassin. That is your carry. That is all your net worth in the grave. We're diving all the way into the mouth of the fountain. That's a dead Karan Dragon Knight. Who calls the Dragon Knight? And the answer is GG. And we have a grand finalist on our hands. Royal Andy. They have done it. They are headed to the grand finals.
Woo! GG's. That actually was a really good series, by the way, though. So, I shouldn't feel too bad about themselves. They gave us a really good series to cast. Royal Andy will free Xiaopeng when they win grand finals. He'll finally be set free, Badger, and yeah. Yep, that's all I got personally.
Of course, good twin hunting. They have vengeance on their mind. They even are all chatting a little bit like, we'll see. I will kill you in grand finals. So they're getting ready for the run back later. Oh, man. Good series. Good series. Honestly, game 3 was just a bit of a beatdown, but no, that's one hell of an arc from game 1 all the way to game 3. Seems like we are done with the one of the other series is. So Funny Zone, they pulled the 1-0 comeback to 2-1. They win their series 2-1. And then we are still live for Wilted Roses versus, I guess we do in Visage now. Is there a stream for that one? Oh, there's not, damn. How much energy do I have left? Oh, I'm not gonna make you do it, but I'm assuming you're done, right, Jem?
Badger, if you wanted to cast a little bit of another series, I'll stay around until Andy, because I think I'm gonna queue a game with Andy in a second. So until he's around, then yeah, I'll cast with you.
Yeah.
I'm clicking spectate through you.
Now? Where are we at? We have Marshall on Timbersaw. Finger ends up going down eventually.
Wait, can you tell me like what is this? I'm loading it right now. Is it gonna be lads or lads
Yeah,
plus? Like what is this?
This is lad. This is the other part of the losers bracket. The part that Funny Zone and Blue Shirt were not in. This is, I believe, losers top 8. This is a winner take all game number 3 as well. So Winner of this game makes top 6. Loser goes home. It's our boy
Dog is
Logical.
popping off, dude.
This is indeed the classic Logical Lena, but his team is very poor other than him, which is, I guess, kind of how this team goes.
Yo,
Sometimes.
I think Dog needs to channel his inner Andy Bendy right now, and he needs to go Silver Edge Rapier, Daedalus. What do you think, Badger?
I agree. I seen the
All right,
update.
word up.
I need to update my stream title. Uh-huh. All right, there we go. I have updated stream title.
Where's Zolor? Or no, wait, Andy's name is Cocaine Respect on Steam now. My bad.
I mean, that's how it's going tonight. It's cocaine and respect. You got them both now.
Yes. Go team. Um. There's no
Aw,
chance I can get you to play a game of Dota with me, Badger.
no chance.
Badger, you're mid. I know you've been looking forward to practicing as hardcore.
All that thought, because we're smoking and rapping
Fucking tried.
around. Lift against Lion. They're going to play it on DK. DK is brought down, and now Jed will BKB on the Ember. He has a remnant on around. Chain Frost bounces, and now it's a Dead Lich. Dead Lion currently 2 for 2 trade. Lich and DK both by that end of the game. They want to go for Logical as BKB TP if he wants to use it, but it seems like he just walk away casually. Radiant will pursue. Snow will epi. He'll burrow on too, but is there the damage? No, there is not. Nizma coffee off the Mac Girl Fire. Jed still tanking and remnanting. It's a Dead Sand King now a 3 for 2 trade, and Radiant as 5. Look for more. They certainly have brought down the Jakiro. Logical still is BKB. He'll BKB. He'll bring down one. He'll bring down. Never mind. He'll TP away just in time. Overall, bit of a win for the Wilted Roses side, though. It did cost 2 buybacks, 1 on DK, 1 on Lich.
Yes, Badger. I mean, Logical lived. You got like, how good is this hero? Like, let me like. Are either of these 25 talents? Oh wait, crit on target affected by spell sounds really good, right? That's talking about not spell crit. That's like your attack damage crit, right?
Probably. I don't know.
25. Yeah, only applies to Lena's. Okay. Actually, that sounds like a pretty good talent.
Oh, Ember has been gone on. He's being chain stunned. Is it 100-0? Hell yes, it is.
That's a lot of money.
Dies. DK grabs the Aegis. 6 Dog will likely lose his life, but as he goes down on the ship, he will manage raid. I love that play from the 6 Dog. Like, you know what? I accept my death. I'm just gonna manage raid in your face. In
Just how it
comes
goes sometimes,
Leshrac, headed the Marshal, who actually has low mana thanks to 6 Dogs mana drain, LSA, Split Earth, Ice Path. There's an allied Glimmer Cape, but it will not keep Marshall alive. Logical, of course, is godlike. Our boy, Logidotes.
Woo! Go dog.
Go dog. You know, people...
We went from being a biased Andy stream to a biased dog stream, honestly. Like, just put it out there, Badger. Really think about it.
People, they have accused me of, and I quote, glazing Logical. And you know what? They're absolutely fucking right.
We do some glazing on the stream, Badger, right?
We do.
We're here to support our friends, alright? You know, we're here to cheer for the team we want to cheer for. Okay, we're here to root for. You know, Badger, listen, we're just retired casters, Badger. We're noobs, okay?
Of course, you know, if you know your Logical Dota 2, this is a long time Lads veteran. I mean, way back in the day, Logical was actually considered too good to play in Lads. There was an entire team named Free Logical. Just to
Logical was the original Xiaopeng, if you really think about it.
I mean, Double King is probably the original Xiaopeng, but Logical's one of them as well.
I more meant that Logical also fits the character because he always has like dog profile pictures. So like,
that's fair. That's fair.
He was like, you know, it was like the yeah. I think it fits better.
But eventually,
I appreciate your perspective, Badger.
Eventually, they let him to Lads, and he's been pretty good in Lads. Obviously, you know, he's been a long-time community contributor as well. He's casted. He's won Lads Plus. He's made multiple slideshows even. So, you know, this is a friend of the stream and friend of the league, of course. There's also other players. There's a lot of interesting players. Obviously, longer term Lads players on the Dire side, but You know, Juggle's played, I think, maybe 4 seasons or 5 seasons of Lads now. Marshall's got, of course, numerous Lads experience, including he did tank a season with Badger Dota 2. Because me and Marshall played with Squid way back in the day. Mid lane, they're going in for Leshrac. Leshrac is certainly going to die, barring a miracle. The miracle will not arrive. And now we head to Jakiro. Nice my coffee, 4-staff away. But of course, Radiant Pursue. Slight chains are there. Nakapires on the floor. In comes Snow with the Burrow. And, well, they'll pursue the SK. And at this point, we're just feeding more. There's already 2 dead. It could be a 3rd death very soon. The 3rd death will arrive. And that is not ideal. You do not want to feed kills into feed more kills.
Yes.
Speaking of former Badger teammates, I played, I think it was PDC with Snow. This Snow, this was like MD2L PDC Orbit Snow.
I mean, there's like 10 snows, honestly.
Very, very common name. Like, you know, it's one of those names where,
Yeah.
you know, Nephilim's another one. You see a lot of Nefs, or not Nephilim, just Neph in general. Wait, look at logical. There's no way gets this kill, right? There's absolutely no way. Yeah, there's no way. I like the idea, though.
Oh, he got
TP.
Oh,
he got greedy.
greeded,
He
he
did
greeded.
not BKB TP.
I think he
just
could have.
TP'd.
I think he could have also just kept running away, and there's no way they catch up to him. Like he would have. But I mean, he's fine. So.
Is his finger a creep? Oh
I think
no!
Oh.
And now at this point,
no.
6Dog, he'll let you lose finger!
Oh, that's tough.
He'll block finger with his mana drain, Aghanim Shard, but he's still dead, and somehow Logical's alive, but... Ay, 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 what a disaster.
I mean, honestly, just the fact that Logical gets to live though is a really big win.
Again,
He-
on a scale of dropping the pasta sauce to a supermarket at Hindenburg, that was a sleeping in for your exam right there from 6Dog.
Nice, Badger. Oh, and he asked if he can join our the cast. I'm
Of
gonna,
course, of
yeah, I'm gonna
course.
start his 3 game channel, bro.
Alright. I'm just gonna update my stream time. Actually, screw it, I'm fine. I mean, they know Andy's here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Andy, do you want to invite anyone to the unranked stack, by the way, or?
Wait, aren't we casting right now?
Well, yeah, but I was gonna.
Is someone
You
stream,
until-
or are you guys watching? Not? Are you watching?
We're
how are
on
you
Dota TV. This is the other
We're on
series.
Do-
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The only reason
I'm not on
here,
the. Andy, I am not on the clock right now.
like the only
Okay.
reason we're here is because you know, we kind of overloaded the lads casters tonight because there were 3 series. For whatever reason, there are 3 series at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday.
What is the
so,
other series? The third one.
Funny Zone versus Boucher. Funny Zone
You know,
1
you-
2 1.
Oh, I like funny. I'm glad. Wait, are both of these? Wait, I'm confused. Is this lads plus or lads?
This is lads.
It's lower bracket.
Where is
Loser-
lower bracket in it? I'm confused. Whatever. It's not.
This is losers top 8s.
Oh, so there's still losers top 4 hasn't even played yet.
Dude, you're literally not playing for a month. I hope you know that. I told you guys to schedule it later, but nope.
Oh, I guess we're not playing for a really long time.
No,
Huh.
you're literally not playing
Andy,
for a
no,
month.
Badger is saying it's actually good though, because you can play a bunch of leagues and then still play some Dota before.
Oh, that's perfect. Also, I'll be back on my desktop. I can't
Yeah.
believe we made it through the upper bracket on my laptop, guys. That's crazy.
Andy, we were talking about
That's
like I was
great.
talking about at the start of the game that it looked like such an amazing Arhorn game. The literal only question I had was if it'd be too hard on your
What,
laptop.
game 3?
Yeah.
Dude, I was lagging. Okay, I wasn't lagging in important moments at least, but I kept lagging during game 3. But like not FPS, like actual pain.
Shit.
The FPS wasn't that bad, but I won't play PL. I really wanted to play PL.
Yeah,
I
no,
think it
I
would be
actually, Badger, did I literally not say that? Like Andy will be able to like play PL. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's true. You did say that. You were correct in
Alright.
that assertion.
I'll start casting that games now. This is 1-1, right?
Yeah, this is
They just
yeah.
they just messed with the ticket or something.
no, they just wait, did they mess with the tickets? What do
Well,
you
I
mean?
don't see the game score on the top. I don't see what one red one.
Oh yeah, of course. It's very common in lads for
Okay,
captains to do
alright.
that. There's like
trying to think.
5
I wanna
captains who do it correctly, and they're mostly admins. I will say, shout out to Sonagod last night. Sonagod actually did the markings correctly, which is very rare for a non-admin captain.
I feel like Timbersaw should maybe buy BKB, guys. What do we think? Crazy?
I'm sure it's good TP from Rance. That could have been a disaster if DK was caught there, but he's fine.
Alright, this is a communism game. where all the Radiant carries are kind of close to net worth, and then it's just like Dog is like 1010K net worth more than his next core.
Listen, logical. He recognizes that he is logical Dota 2 and his team is not. Therefore, he is accumulating the gold of his team.
Yes.
Honestly, that would be like sort of like the macro strategy plan. Like you put on the blackboard, me logical, you not logical. Give me gold.
But you see how Logical is basically full slotted, right? Like he's gonna keep his boots probably the travels, right? Do you think he
Yeah.
gets like a Ag Scepter blessing so he can just like fly, or do you think like he like Moonshard or just like slots out an item? What would you do here, Badger? If you
Go
were logical,
lags, but I'm also not logical.
you are not logical. That's true.
You know, you'd figure after a season of playing with him, I'd be in his head better, but that season, that's a bad memory season. That one never happens.
Does this Marshall team have a stand-in?
I don't actually, probably not, but I have no idea. I didn't check.
Okay, I don't know why. I just thought Marshall was on a different team. Ignore me. Yeah.
Well, here we go again. Jed will take a Burrow Strike. Can they 100-0 the Ember Spirit, though? I don't think they can. Not even close. He BKBs in time. Shanking is dead. Now it's crumbling time for, I guess, we do an Visage now. Vina, of course, will end up getting away, but it's still a bit of a disaster. Cost map at 4-0.
Don't worry. Dog knew what he had to do. He did go
Yeah,
back
there
mid.
is, I believe there is just no stand-in right now for this Radiant
Alright.
team.
Maybe coach.
Marshall is definitely not a stand-in.
Oh, I guess Dog could probably get rid of his Glaive here. It's not actually that good at like, or it doesn't add a lot of physical damage as the game progresses, you know.
What does he do then? Make like Daedalus instead, or what?
Probably Daedalus, and then he gets an AC somewhere in his build or something. If he wants to do like either if he wants to rat or just go Daedalus. Period. Just a lot of damage.
Where does he slot out for that extra though? The AC? I don't even no idea.
Oh, this is a killer Frost Shield game actually.
Yeah.
There's no purge on Dire for it.
Andy, I was saying earlier that I think Dog should have bought a rapier. Like he should have like not got that.
Dog is
PvE,
actually dead. He's actually dead.
Oh.
He's no buyback.
Is it close? Not close enough. Do you think they're gonna? Do you think if they do go for the end, they'll get it, Badger?
I mean, I think they're going to respect the ability for him to have buyback, and they won't try to force the
Oh,
end. But
No, they should. I mean, honestly, they should go for it. Their Dragonite did buyback. Like I think they all. No, not that guy. I don't know. I think they could have gone for it, but it's better for Dog that they're not. So, yeah,
Team Dog.
Team Dog.
Team Dog.
you know, I understand the reflex though. You know, it's respect the buyback potential. I mean, getting 2 racks is still good. You can get 2 racks. You can go Roshan. Obviously, the game's not literally over, but you also don't risk a buyback. Even, I mean, we know Lean isn't that buyback. Dire know it, but Radiant don't know it.
You know they have pretty good. They're pretty good dealing with waves at least. Like to deal with like you know.
I mean, I just think I think they're so out of damage.
Yeah, they really. There's yeah.
Like I think for them to actually like ever get back in damage, I think their sinking would need to have like an Ags Daedalus, by the way. Like
I don't play Leshrac. Okay, so like.
we'll talk about the sinking, not the list.
No, I know, but I'm just thinking.
Okay,
like,
okay.
If you were Lesh, would you go like Blink so that you can get the backline or no? The King's Gold is fine, not a problem.
I mean, I think the problem is he just doesn't have enough money. So like,
Okay.
yeah, he does want to blink, but he also wants to
He just broke. Yeah, he's broke.
the problem is he's poor.
Okay.
Unless
I
it's
don't
a
know
really
about
bad hero to be poor on late game, like you're so useless.
Oh, they canceled the TP of Leshrac. What a disaster.
He's close to buy. He's actually close to buy. They could maybe get like some bounties.
Actually, the saddest
heavy.
part is that even if they get him buyback, he can't have shard now. If he lived, he could have bought shard for higher ground defense. I actually think that might have been their play for like getting.
They
back
would have
in
a
the game.
really good third tower defense between like Jakiro spells and just like putting
Yeah,
down
yeah,
the
yeah,
shard.
yeah. Like
yeah.
Leshrac Q with shard is a crazy good spell.
Actually, it's kind of a shame that Dog died and they also into buildings. They have a really annoying high ground defense.
Yeah.
The problem is, your knowing high ground defense is no longer as annoying when there's no longer a high ground to defend.
The also the macro pyre duration thing is so crazy with the Ags.
Yeah. It's kind of It's kind of a
It's
shame
like-
that everybody started dying. They're
Yeah.
outside of the base.
All right, buyback, smoke on a 3. Here
Not sure if I'll
comes
be
the
honest.
play.
I just found a game, by the way, in Dota. Just so you know.
Here comes the play. You see me for the rest of the game at this rate. They hex Marshall. The little ways with a frost shield again from Juggo. Keeps Marshall alive. He's still living. They can't even kill a Timbersaw. Logical LSA too, but nobody's dying. It's a dead Sand King. He buys back. Rubik finally falls, but so does Jakiro. LSA hits Rance, but look how tanky he is. He's playing Dragon Knight. He's got 2 lives. And now Snow has been gone on. He'll die at the dieback on Sand King. It's 6 Dog and Logical. But what can you possibly do? LSA will cancel the TP of Ember, so Ember will have no mana. But DK will hit the buildings. That will be the Megas. Over to DK, he'll hunt Lena, but Lena remains alive. Lion stuns too. But he's been feared in by Juggo. LSA hits Rubik. He's still trying to fight on Logical. 6 Dogs draining mana. Stolen lines up from Rubik hits 2. Finger is by 6 Dog with his dying breath. And now, there's a stolen burrow hit the Lena. Lena's so low right now and she's dead. Camel Farmer with Split Earth 2. He's trying to fight. Laguna Blade comes in at the Rubik. Gleipnir on 3. Is there an LSA? Yes, there is. He's holding it for the time being, though. Jed and the Ember goes down. Marshall will Timber Chain away. The move for the DK. DK still has HP. Saved by the Glimmer Cape from the Lich. The Lich will Chain Frost. Lesh Track will end up going down, but now from the kills, he has buyback money. Lesh buys back. Jakiro buys back. LSA hits Marshall. Marshall is low. Marshall will Wind Waker, but Logical will pursue. He wants the kill. Gleipnir is there into the kill. Triple kill for Logical Dota 2. And there actually is no Megas. But you lose so many buybacks, and you still lose a Ranger X. You need to go, don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry. Bye, Badger.
Bye, Jim.
I bet
Bye, Andy.
Peace.
And once again, change the stream title. It's no longer with
Radiant are scanning.
people. It's just me. But you know what? So one of 2 things occur. Of course, the more likely one is this game ends in the next 5 or so minutes. And of course, in that scenario, I get to go to bed. Alternatively, this could be an absolute banger of a comeback. And you know what? In that scenario, I guess I'll just play solo. My water is unfortunately gone, but you know what? It's fine. I have my backup water.
Radiant are scanning.
It's not as fresh as the other thing of water, so it doesn't taste as good, but it's still water. Water is water. I prefer the fresh water, but it's fine. Blink in by DK, finds the Shrek, tanking BKBs. Chain Frost once again will bounce. Correction, it will not bounce, as Lena brings down Lich in the pack lines. Messing up my hero names at this point. DK and Ember will both try to leave. DK will Swift Blink away. Ember is getting pinged. Burrow is off the mark. SK has been chained. And again, Ember will use the Remnant to get away. He still has 1 more to play with. And that will be a relatively clean retreat. The important heroes, the DK and the Ember, escaped. Juggo goes down on Lich, but you know, Juggo is a former carry player in this league. And when you play carry, you know if it's either you or your sup, you choose your sup to die. So now the shoe is on the other foot, and he will be the one who is dying. That is Dota 2 for you. Alright, what does Logical buy? I mean, ugh. He's got so much net worth, but somehow nowhere near enough net worth. Honestly, you give Logical infinite net worth, and I'm still not sure it's enough net worth to win this game. That's the problem. What could he possibly buy? And Andy mentioned possibly slotting out the Gleipnir. Click a Daedalus. Siseko Daedalus, BOTs 2, Ag Shard, Ag Scepter, Moon Shard. It still doesn't do anything, I don't think. Obviously it does something, but it's going to be more of a matter of execution, I think, rather than itemization, where he's going to need to execute well. He's buying a Nullifier. Perhaps that is the right item, where it's Nullifier and it's Revenant's Brooch, where he will simply try to get around this like Frost Shield, Timbersaw, Ag type scenario by the Nullifier and the Rev Brooch. What even builds in the? How do you build a Res Brooch? Oh, that's not a nullifier. That's just Res Brooch. Okay. Apparently, I don't know how to build nullifier or Revenant's Brooch. Because nullifier, yeah, it's the helmet, not the mask. They're both headgear, but the wrong type of headgear. So I guess the idea there is just can get past this frost shield, this DK armor, this timber saw, thermal shroud. You attempt to, overpower with the Phantom Province. Maybe it'll be enough. I know Logical, of course, is a very big proponent of Rev Brooch. He is sort of the OG Rev Brooch buyer in lads. I know back when me and him would talk more often about Dota, he was gushing about the impact of this item before even the rework. He would like love it on heroes like say PA. I know he mentioned I remember Logical once went like a 10-minute in-depth analysis of like PA Rev Brooch versus Terrorblade. He's like, yo, there's X chance to crit. Therefore, the chance of you killing Timbersaw in an Abyssal Blade crit is absolutely massive. Therefore, this Rev Brooch PA, it has to be so well spoken and so well stated, but I remember so little from the explanation. Long story short, Rev Brooch, he's not even buying it, never mind. He's buying a rapier. I hope you enjoyed my insight, but unfortunately the insight is now invalid, which... It's funny, we've moved from like the logical spreadsheet Res Brooch analysis to like the Jim Spy Rapier Lamau analysis of just. It's something where me and Jim of course talk a lot of Dota as well, and whenever the game's going badly enough, he's like, you know what, screw it, buy a rapier. We saw it in games tonight where it gets badly enough, you just say, you know what, I'll buy a rapier. Why not? What can I possibly do? We saw it, I think, in game 1 of Royal Andy versus of Good Twin Hunting, where Job bought a rapier. Like, all right, guys, what else can we do? Buy rapier. And for Logical, I mean, he's got 10,000 gold, so if he wants the rapier, he can have it right now. I'm not sure what he slots out for it. Maybe it's you slot in and out an item, like say you slot in and out travels. Another item. He buys it, he locks it. So he's got the rapier ready to go. He's got buyback and rapier. Correction, buyback on cooldown and rapier. Seems like Wilted Roses will wait for the third Roche, where, you get the Roche on daytime. You grab Roche, you run it on down, you finish Megas. And we're seeing this positioning, it's very much towards the Roshan pit. They are going to just chill. Kill Roche. Get the 3 items. Christian, the 4 items? Items. Let's get the Roche items. And it'll end up being good. Marshall's going for a Yasha Kaya and not a Sanj Kaya. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure... Okay, let's go read the differences here. I'm pretty sure if I were him, I would easily go with the Kaya Sanj, not the Kaya Yasha. Let's see the breakdown here. Where's the right item? Okay, let's go to Kaya. Okay, so it's like a more of an int buff. It's still 12% spell amp, still 50% mana regen. So I guess this is the exact same. It's just you actually get a little bit of cast speed bonus. Is that enough to justify the no status res? Maybe. I guess the animations on Timbersaw are a little bit long, so you get the Kaya Yashi to get your spells out more easily, and maybe that is better than the raw HP and the status res. Even though, of course, there are a lot of stuns in this game. LSA, Gleipnir, Split Earth, Burrow, Ice Path, Lion Hex, Lion Stun, but maybe he just doesn't care about any of those things. He's got Frost Shield and he's got Timbersaw. Of course, most of the goodies will, Christian, all the goodies go the way of the Radiant side. Aegis to the Dragon Knights, Refresher Orb goes to the Ember Spirits, Cheese to the Timbersaw, and the banner will just go to whoever at some point. It'll get placed somewhere around here, I'm sure. I can't draw because I'm passing Dota TV right now, but there it is. DK, of course, plays in the Vanguard. Timbershaw gets hexed by the Lion. He's taking a lot of damage right now. Can they kill him? Yes, they can! But he buys back instantly. Now DK's tanking a lot of damage. He'll use Satanic. Snow has his BKB active. DK returns to the buildings. Rack for half HP, 1/3 HP now. They're trying to defend, but DK once again will finish it. But BKB will commit. Now Timbersaw once again gets hexed, but the Dire have blown the low. They've used the arsenal. They'll try to kill him again regardless, though, but in comes the backup. Snow on SK is dead. Logical BKB looking for the kill. He's turned the rapier into a rapier, but there's still not enough damage. SK buys back for once again 5v5, but the Wilted Roses, they're playing a patient game. They are not overcommitting. They know the Timbersaw BKB is on BKB. The buyback is on cooldown, so they're just not going in. Even though they probably could go in, they probably should go in. They're not going to go in. Maybe they're just waiting on the next DK ulti, which makes sense. It's a pretty low cooldown. You can sort of dip and dive and wait for that next DK ulti cooldown. Lion, it's his Timbersaw. Stolen Ice Path is the counterplay. Acroplier is on the floor. Gleipnir, LSA both hit Rubik. There's the burrow to follow, but Andizzle has an Aeon Disc. The Stolen Ice Path hits 3! It's fantastic. Ember brings down Lion. Lion buys back. Snow goes down. He's got no buyback. And now it's a 4v3. Good TP, keeps Jakiro alive, and now Slash in danger. He's got BKB on cooldown, but notably he does have a buyback. He certainly will use it at some point. And when he buys back, we're once again in that 4v5 game state. And here we go, 4v5. Ancient is nearly exposed. Lina will try her best. She'll bring down the Rubik. She'll bring down the Lich. It's doing so much damage. It's Flamethrower. Machine Gun time for Logical Dota 2. But the sustain is lacking. Rapier is on the floor. Who grabs it? It'll be Ember. Lina has popped that. Lina to kill the Ember right here, right now. There is no negotiation. If you do not kill Ember, you will lose the game. Gleipnir, LSA, is there the damage? There's the Ice Path, but they've stunned the Lina. Her BKB is on cooldown. Knives my copy falls. Chain Frost bounce around and die back on Lina. It's Leshrac against 5. He'll Yules himself, but it matters not. The throne falls. And Wilted Roses will advance to the top 6. And I guess if we do a message now, we'll fall as 7th. So we have our top 6. It is fully locked in. We have the following. Basically, there's a ladder left. There are 4 series left in this season of Lads. Here's the breakdown. It will be Mellow Fellows versus Wilted Roses. The winner of that series plays the Funny Zone. The winner of that series plays Good Twink Hunting. The winner of that series plays Royal Andy in the grand final. So that we are down to 4 series. Notably, 3 of the top 6 teams actually came from Group B. And 2 of the top 4 teams will also be from Group B. This is not a repeat of Season 12. Where I think there was 1 team in the top 6 from our group, which was my team, and the rest of my group did not have a good time in playoffs. Either way, though, we are done. I'm tired. Should have went to bed earlier, but you know what? Sometimes the people have some lads to watch. Thanks to Jim for coming on tonight for his co-commentary. Of course, congratulations to Royal Andy on their 2-1 victory. Congratulations as well to Funny Zone on their 2-1 victory, and now Lothar Roses on their 2-1 victory. Of course, commiserations to particularly the two teams who got eliminated, Bad Faith Blucher, and of course, now I guess we do an Visage now. For good twin hunting, they'll be fine. They've got more life to play with. If you have any caster games, caster tournaments, you know where to find me. It's Discord, Badger Pablo, twitter.com/Badger Dota 2. I'll be back for more Lads playoffs when more Lads playoffs occur. Yep. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great night.